What's up, y'all? It's your boy DJ K Dot in the building. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the relationship show, Conversations. We have conversations, relations, and relationships. I am your host with the most. I'm also nasty on the ones and twos because I already know I make it do what it do. I am going to also announce my co-host uh, for this evening, my beautiful sister, uh, Love Bug in the building. Say hi to the people real quick.
Good afternoon, everybody.
All
Oh wait, what you saying to me?
right, and we got some other people. We got some other people in the building. I he is he's an artist. He's a producer, rapper, singer, songwriter, label owner. My guy, my best friend, SR Trace in the building. Say what's up to the people.
Yeah, it looks like he just fell out.
Did he just fall out?
Yeah.
Yeah, signals messed
Goddamn.
up a couple of
We've been having some technical difficulties, ladies.
I popped out of there real quick. My bad.
There we go. Introduce yourself, sir.
Sorry. Hello, I'm Trace. I go by SR Trace. I am a musician. I actually call myself an artist. Hold on. Yes, babe, you good? My music is on all platforms. You can find me on Instagram at srtrace55. I just like joining the show. Just want to hear some conversation with somebody, being here with my kids.
All right.
Kid.
Next person I got on the roster, my guy, my manager, my big brother, also a goddamn headache sometimes. But I love him to death, and I knock anybody over him. That's my guy, and slash business partner. My guy Jersey in the building. Also repping Fat Ninjas.
All day. Yeah, I'm Jersey. Big Jersey 10 on everything on all my social media. The Fat Ninja all day long on also same on all the social medias. I'm here talking. We could do whatever. Yo, Dot, I'm gonna come over there and do your network over too, because yours is bad right now. I also do all tech stuff anywhere.
That's why you always be looking out for me. He's probably right though. Also, my homegirl, she has been on the panel a few times. We've missed her very much, and she definitely says what's on her mind. And I know she started off a little nervous, but she was also my co-host a little bit while back, and she once we put the camera on her real quick, you will notice a glow because she in a relationship, y'all. My girl Ebony.
Hey now.
Isn't she glowing? She happy.
Happy.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, baby. Nothing wrong with it.
Right.
That's because our ass finally listened to K-Dot. But that's beside the
That
point.
was not the reason, but you keep being
That's
happy.
definitely not the reason.
That's the reason. That is the you can testify. It's okay. I'll send you an invoice later. Also, I think he might
You're
have fell
on
out.
mute. Wait, Ebony's trying to say something. You're on mute.
Oops, sorry. I was saying I heard something. I did hear some of the stuff you said. I did, but the rest of that was me.
Whatever.
We all gotta put in our own work. I don't know who he think he is, but
we got
let him
receipts. I got receipts.
Tell him, Ebony. If you made Ebony, then make another Ebony. That's all I'm saying.
What? You know what?
Well,
Yo, he just did the whole
Well,
line
damn.
on me.
Well,
Hey.
damn. Okay.
Line on me. Wow. Wow.
Well, damn. Left me speechless there.
All I'm saying is I'm just a brain in a voice box.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I hear
All right.
you.
I speak my mind. That's it. You know what I mean?
All right. That's fine. That's fine.
Look at him.
Let's-
It's okay. I understand. You understand,
Yeah.
Kevin? I understand. Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I don't get no goddamn credit. That's all right. Get disrespected on my own shit.
We in this together.
We got to shout out the audience members on here. Hustler 604. What's going on? Love you right back.
Sorry,
Bro.
I'm battling traffic.
Mark Wilson, what's up, my guy? Jay Hawk in the building. How you doing? Somebody else. Rosie. Hey, Rosie, how you doing? Appreciate you being here in the show. So,
Hello, everyone.
So I look like a few people fell out. We are having technical difficulties because we would have started at 1, but you know, shit happens.
But Katie's always late.
The title y'all see that we're going to be talking about boys bad.
Y'all need to
Bitches.
stop playing video games over there or something and get off Wi-Fi.
Bad. Yeah.
Right.
So, Road Dog, can you please post the definition of fuckboy, and we're gonna get
I
into
can name
it
some.
because
I got some names for some fuckboys. Want names?
we want the definition.
We can't throw names.
Settle
We can't throw no names? Fuck.
Okay,
First, middle,
Sam,
and
go ahead
last
and read that for me, please. Go ahead and read that, Sam.
You know that's the same definition for a pimp too, right?
Right.
All you
Sam,
gotta
can you hear
do,
me?
all you gotta do
Okay,
is
I'm
say
reading. I'm reading.
financially
Okay.
benefits
I'm
at the end, and that's a pimp.
You stupid.
We're ordering
okay, so
food right.
Definition of a fuckboy is a fuckboy is that guy, the one who doesn't respect women but relies on them heavily. He's distant, doesn't care about other people's time, and won't commit. He's self-absorbed, does stupid things, and fucks with others' emotions. So
Ain't that what Jay-Z said? You know, said you gotta pimp or die. You know what I mean? You gotta get in, get out. That's an OG's
that's
classic.
the definition of a fuckboy. Okay. All right. Wow, that's kind
Where
of
did you get the definition from?
well. First of all, let's go one by one. Do we all agree with the definition? And I'm gonna start with the co-host, Lovebug. Do you agree with that definition?
Okay, I didn't really read it because I was doing something, but
You want me to
I have my
read?
own
Want me to put it up
definition.
there again?
yeah, let me see real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, fuckboy is the guy that respects women. Yeah,
You can read it out loud.
People time to commit to himself. Huh? I mean, I guess, yeah, that's how, people with respect for white boys or fuckboys to put it.
You said white boys. I heard
You
it.
said white boy, Lord Jesus. Come on, man. We got That's a disclaimer, y'all. She did not mean it. It was
No, I didn't mean that. I wasn't saying that, but it came out. Shit, I
Are you
am
trying
white.
to say I resemble that remark?
Right. and just to let y'all know, we got Road Dog in the building, y'all. He is here. Y'all can stop getting on my goddamn nerves. Where's Road Dog? We I put him in the closet. I hid him in the closet for like 3 days. That's the reason why he wasn't in here last time, the last show. So I let him out of the closet. He's out now, and
that is so suggestive.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering where this is going. Come on.
I'm in the kitchen, not the closet.
I definitely see a Benny Hill song coming real soon in K-Dot's history.
Some people too young to understand that statement, Road Dog.
Oh, but when they see the video, I just got
That's why I
done
love Road
producing,
Dogg,
they
man.
will.
We be Are you talking about the one that I was chasing after the police?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah, we got the video
I'm
coming up
actually
too,
going to
y'all.
have it done this afternoon, and we'll get it posted. It is
Oh, this
good.
okay, my bad. Sorry, my bad.
Why does my sound keep going down?
Yeah, so y'all look out for the. Are we premiering it, or are we just putting it out?
Whichever way you want to do it.
Okay, we'll go ahead and premiere it. We'll premiere it, and yeah, I am. I will tell you the little secret. I am chasing after Aurora police officer. So, it got crazy. So
you're actually going to see it in real time, the way it actually happened. Then what you're going to do is you're actually going to see it as a cop's perspective. Then you're going to see it as what we all see when KDOT does this. Just saying.
Right.
I feel like this show is biased.
This is our other people list. We actually seen her
Love Bug,
video
you know why I said that?
last show. We seen her video last show. Can you introduce yourself real quick, ma'am, to the audience?
Hi everyone. I'm sorry I'm so late.
You're real late.
That's okay. I was late too.
No, you're real late.
Huh?
I said no, you're real late.
Yeah,
Real late.
you said 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock here, but I didn't think to ask what time zone. So,
It's
but
okay.
anyway,
I give everybody shit about it.
So
Yeah.
she early. Because she it's 12:59. She early, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, 12:59. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, we had we were discussing your video last relationship show.
Okay.
So she's pretty popular now. She she be saying what's on her mind. I be loving her post. It's very inspirational, very truth telling, and yeah. So we appreciate you being on the show. Appreciate you, Keisha.
Thank you. So my name is Lakeisha, guys, or Keisha, whichever is easier. Yeah, I don't know.
You know, to black people, Keisha easier.
Huh?
Said you know, to black people, Keishas are easier.
I know that's right. I don't know what all you guys want to know. I am in Arizona, and I'm on Arizona time, so I'm just early.
Okay.
I was 2 minutes early.
She early, y'all. She early.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get started. What is the second? Can I please have the definition for bad bitch?
Are you asking me, or are we asking just in general?
No, he has the definition.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay. This is the Urban Dictionary definition. A woman or female who's confident, she is independent and strives for herself. She doesn't need anybody, and you would be lucky to have you would be lucky to have somebody. All right, so I'm gonna start with you, Love Bug. Do you agree with that definition, or it's the Urban Dictionary definition of it?
Him being lucky to have me doesn't make me a bad bitch.
Sounds pretty entitled, right?
Okay.
Hold on,
in.
because that I don't think that should make you a bad bitch. I'm a bad bitch, period. Because I hold my own, and I can hold my own. That's where the bad bitch comes in at. It has nothing to do with the opposite side. I'm a bad bitch on my own. Fuck a man. I love them, especially my black men, but I can definitely be a bad bitch on my own.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Jared, go ahead with how do you feel about that definition?
First of all,
Got 2 minutes.
Fuck you.
Don't do
Damn it.
him. Don't do him.
That's my husband
Listen.
coming in the room. He's gonna probably have something to say.
2 minutes for me is like black people being on time. How about that?
Oh, yeah.
So first and foremost, I'm big on grammar, right? A women is not a sentence. That has no way of working.
I just copied and pasted. That's all. That's not
Saying it singular means you should pronounce it singular. A
Jesus
woman.
Christ. We're having grammar class, guys.
Whoever did that shit is off.
From the Urban
I don't know how
Dictionary,
much
I don't know.
validity we can put into the definition in the first place
Look,
when they horrible at grammar.
I agree. I agree. I
But
agree with you.
but if we gonna address it,
Yeah, let's just address it because we
Just the
understand.
meaning of it. Just the meaning
bad
of it.
bitches pertain to what they do and how they do it. I don't know if it has any validity for what I say about her in the first place. Because most men, when they say bad bitch, they're only looking at the aesthetic view. They don't know anything else about her.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's gonna be about the aesthetics, great, she a bad bitch. But if she's a bad bitch because of how she holds her own, I'm all for. I need me a bad bitch then. Shit.
Definitely, I agree with
Right.
you. 'Cause
Now,
that's what
it.
it is.
I know.
So not all bad.
You-
As a problem of modernized women. So I'm a man who's never intimidated by anybody. I don't give a fuck who they are. You know what I'm saying? So if she gonna stand up and do her shit, and you want to call her a bad bitch because of it instead of a grown woman, it's just a couple of words. That's all it is to me.
okay. Keisha, what do you agree? Is that what a bad bitch is?
Okay, women might not like me for this, but I'm a mother, right? I never heard my mother refer to herself or her friends as a bitch. I never heard my grandmother refer to herself as a bitch or her friends.
Yeah.
So raising my children, and I have a lot of children, but raising my children, especially my girls, I tell my kids all the time, I'm not raising niggas and bad bitches. I'm raising kings and queens, number one. Because our women need to get away from the term bitch. We are not female dogs. We're not animals. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my problem with the bad bitch. I don't consider myself as a bad bitch. You know, so none of my friends, I have very few, but none of my friends, we don't call ourselves bitches and bitches. We just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a matter of your mind and your thinking, if that makes sense. So
Okay.
if I'm walking around saying I'm a bitch, or I put myself into a modernization mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm no longer traditional. This is just me personally.
Okay.
I'm no longer traditional. So the way I carry myself out in the street or with my children or with other people, when they view me, I don't ever want to be viewed as a bad bitch. Now, can I be a woman that can take care of my own and can handle my own and take care of myself? Yes, I can be that woman. I can be that queen, but I don't refer to myself as a bitch. And I don't think any of our women should refer to themselves as such because they're not that. Our women are beautiful. Our women are more than just bad and bitch. You can be anything else in the world what you want to call yourself, but I just don't like that term.
Okay.
So
right.
As a
now
person-
what we're doing is now everybody's different. Can't nobody just walk up to me and be like, "Hey, bitch." No, that's not gonna work because I'm on a higher level than that. So you address me with the utmost respect, but I have some girls that I can go up to and be like, "Hey, bitch." Not in the same way that a man can walk up to another man and be like, "What's up, my nigga?" You know what I'm saying? It doesn't
It's camaraderie.
always have to. It doesn't always have to be
But see-
so negative when it comes out of our mouth.
Yeah,
You're
sometimes
not.
we just
I
address
can't.
our
I
friends
have a
that
lot
way.
of girls too. I have 3 daughters. And they're very beautiful little girls, or whatever. They're not little no more, but I have to tell them.
I think she froze on my end. Hello?
I think she froze. I think
She
yeah.
froze on everybody's.
Okay,
Or she ain't freeze, but the sound went out.
There you go.
Oh,
There you go.
okay.
We good. We got you back.
There
We
she
got you
go.
back.
So
Yeah.
She's going.
with me having my girls and me even, I have 8 kids. I don't know how many kids you have.
I have
8.
16. I have 16.
Okay, that's a lot. And if you know, if I could have got there, I would have. But these girls that I'm raising, I don't do the stuff that I do in my personal life. I don't do around them. They don't know anything about it. My friends are not coming up to me. Even the ones I call bitches, they're not coming up to me in front of my kids and being like, "Oh, bitch." They're not doing all that. There's a level to this shit when you have kids. So I get what you're saying, because I want queens and kings too, and I have that, and I will continue that. But how we identify ourselves with certain people is just how we identify ourselves with certain people. So I don't think it's appropriate to say, well, I think we're kings and queens. My grandma never said bitch and called us bitches, or, you know, my mom never called me a bitch or anything like that.
My mom called me a bitch.
See, yeah, my mom's never, you know, she do her bullshit, but she's never done that shit to my face. You know, and I appreciate that, because it taught me to never call my daughters bitches and shit, you know. So when me and my friends do it, it's just us. It has nothing to do with nobody else. It's not downgrading anybody. It's not disrespecting nobody or none of that. I'm not a bitch to everybody. I'm barely a bitch to them, but I know when I walk up, hey, bitch, what it do? You know, that might just be that street in me, but it's not nothing to get offended about.
I'm actually offended at how people change the meaning of the word bitch in the first place.
Yes.
Because the word bitch actually refers to not just a female dog. That dog has to have successfully had a litter and loyally taken care of those dogs. If people look at the actual definition of bitch, it's a positive thing. And you know what I'm saying? And my bitches, I got 2 bitches downstairs. One of them is a high earner. So I don't know what the problem is with being a bitch, to be honest with you. It's just that society changed the meaning of it, and now all of a sudden it's a negative term, or it's just a positive camaraderie term. But shit, be mad at them bitches downstairs if you want to.
Okay.
I think honestly, like, it's to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like the word nigga. People, you know, some people could call you a nigga, some people can't call you a nigga, or some people, you know what I'm saying? I just think it's to each his own. I know for me personally, no one that I in my circle, or professional or not, uses the term bitch, like, you know, as a term of endearment. Now, that's because it doesn't work for me. That doesn't mean they may not do it to other people. It just doesn't work for me. And and there's a respect level. And like for me, I wouldn't go up and call them a bitch because I know how I personally feel about it. But I don't knock people who use the term, and if that's what they, you know, you like what you like.
Right.
So I'm gonna tell you where I respect what you just said, right? I'm one of those people that feel like if you're offended by anybody calling you that, then I don't want you calling me that. You know what I'm saying? So the word nigga has no bearing on how I'm gonna react. I'm never gonna let the word nigga or nigger turn me into a nigger. So, you know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, then I don't want to hear it. I'm one of those people that if you don't like it, I don't want to hear you use it for anybody else either. You know what I'm saying? So me, I couldn't care less. I could care. The word you calling me nigga is less effective to me than you trying to call me stupid. So that is a whole different. That's just the way my grandmother raised us. Like, we not going to care how you look at me, but I guarantee you ain't gonna look at me stupid.
We got a comment. It says, I think it could come off catty and not great if someone already having a bad day. I mean, yeah, that's true.
And you're right, but I mean, are you randomly just walking up to people and being like, "Hey, bitch.
Hey, bitch!"
You don't randomly walk up to people and just be like,
in that manner, though,
we call
like,
each other bitches. It's just people that we identify with.
It's somebody that you're
okay, guys. Wait.
Right,
We got to give some other people to answer the definition.
Oh yeah, we got to answer the question before we get to.
All right.
shoot,
Yeah,
We got to
taking
get to
over
the conversation.
My bad.
Listen, we need to be in the
Okay,
conversation
Ebony, go
already.
ahead. I want your response on this. What is your thought about the definition bad, BITCH?
I feel like that definition is incorrect. I don't agree with that particular definition of what
Okay.
an actual bad bitch is.
Okay.
In my opinion, a bad bitch is like a ratchet chick. Like, you know what I'm saying? She don't care. I mean, in a sense, she can be independent, but in a sense, she's not, because mentally she's not there. She might be like overly into her appearance in a sense. And when I say that, I mean like
Did we lose her?
she's got the whole. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Mhm.
When I say overly into her appearance, and when I think of a bad bitch, I'm thinking of a girl that like got a BBL, that's got the super flyaway eyelashes and the long weave that goes all the way down to her hair and to her ass, and super long nails type shit. And she's real ratchet. She's very combative. She's very she's just not intellectual at all. So
She's
that
about
when I
money.
think of a bad bitch, that's what I think of. She's ignorant. She doesn't listen. She thinks she knows everything, and that's how I look at it. But like the term bitch, like I agree with what Lovebug was saying, but I agree with both of them, because no, I don't go around and just be like, me and my friends, we don't call each other bitch like that, but there's times where we would. But it is also like a term of endearment, like, oh, hey, bitch, ooh, look at you, bitch, you looking good, type of situation. But we don't throw that word around too much, because in a sense, even though it could be looked at as a positive word, it's still a negative, just
Okay.
like the word nigger. And that's my
Okay.
opinion.
All right.
But I don't feel like an independent woman, that woman that's handling her own, is considered a bad bitch, because I consider myself as an independent woman. But I ain't gonna be walking around here talking about, oh, I'm a bad bitch. No, I ain't no bad bitch. I ain't
Okay.
ratchet like that. Dang.
Okay.
But carry on.
All right. SR Trey. We need your opinion, sir. We need your opinion. What do you agree with the definition bad bitch?
I actually agree with what Ebony just said.
Okay.
A bad bitch it's such a broad way to answer that question. There's two sides. I heard two sides, which are pretty accurate, of someone that could be handling their business and being on their shit and be considered, that. And then you got the negative side, the one, about their money and their appearance, and that's it, what they could get. I don't know. I just agree. I just appreciate what everybody's saying. That's all.
So you don't agree with the definition? Is that what you're saying?
I don't.
Okay.
That definition
All right.
is not correct at all.
Okay.
That definition came from an alpha male.
All right, so I'm gonna speak on it real quick. Yeah, I to a certain degree, I do agree with the definition. Yes, I do. And that's the type of person I definitely do not want to be with, is the bad bitch. Okay, I would rather be with a good woman. That's what I would. And so the bad bitch term, I don't like it. Fuck boy, I do agree with the definition. I do agree with it. That's what it is. And honestly, that's my opinion on it. Nope. And I know we had a couple of rebuttals on that. Did anybody have a rebuttal?
Actually, can I?
I'll just,
because I was like fast.
Yeah, go ahead, Keith. Go ahead.
Since I was fashionably late on the on my end. Sorry guys, but I missed the fuckboy definition.
Oh, can you put that back up there one more time, Road Dog?
Sorry guys.
No, you're good. I need to read it again anyway.
Oh, we also got
Hi,
my baby sis Real in the building.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We
All
doing
my
good.
beautiful people up in here.
We're doing good.
We having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you're on the show, baby sis. You know.
Oh, thank you for inviting me because I'm always tuned in. I'm like, can he see me? Can y'all see me? Because I want to talk.
Yeah. So wait, matter of fact, Road Dog, you there? Matter of fact, hold on. He might have sent me a private message.
after Keisha gets to read it, Real, you read it too. So then y'all
okay,
can
he's not there. All right, so no, there you go. So the definition of hold on, because I got the definition. Hold on, it's on my phone. I had
Hey, Cat.
fuck up.
K Dot.
Okay, so all right, yes, Ebony.
Okay, so my man's here with me, and he actually wants to chime in and give, you said your definition of a bad bitch? Okay, so he wants to chime in and give his definition.
Who wants to chime in?
Richard.
Who?
What's his name?
She just said her man. Her man.
Oh, okay.
Listen.
But what's his name?
Her boo boo shaboo. You know what I'm saying?
What's the name of the boo boo?
I'm sorry.
Richard.
His name is Richard.
Okay.
Shut up,
And
shut up.
Real, you can go after Richard goes, so we can have everybody.
K-Dot, this is why I need to upgrade your
Richard,
internet,
okay.
yo.
Welcome, Richard.
I'm on the highway, so.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Richard.
Hi, Richard.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, Richard.
I'm a little tired, so just
What
bear
up,
with
Richard?
me.
You the one that sir, just before you start, you are the one that's been insinuating the wonderful glow in Ebony. I applaud you, sir. 100%. She fucking finally listened to her friend, and look at that. Just want to put that plug out there. Go ahead, Richard.
He had to say that. He just had to say.
I just had to. I had to. It was too easy. Go ahead, Richard.
Yeah, so my definition of a bad bitch, one, I just don't understand how us as a culture has been subjected to, a negative connotation, notion, narrative of subjecting our women, queens, beautiful black women, the men, to that narrative. So the definition of a bad bitch to me is not a woman that is beautiful or she's handling her business. No, that is a derogatory word in which everybody, not just our culture, but everybody's culture has, learn the behavior. And what I always tell Ebony is that learned behavior can be unlearned.
I agree.
If you're willing to break that habit. You know what I mean? So I do not believe bad bitch to me is not a female that one that if I say I love you or I care about you or any way, shape, form, or fashion, I'm not gonna call you no bitch because it's a derogatory word. I have daughters, so at the end of the day, I can't go around calling women bitches knowing that my daughter is not a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Men call women bitches anyway.
It is.
I saw that, Keisha.
That's not conducive to our success. It's not going to elevate us as a culture, and it's not going to put us in a position to where we are already subjected and looked at as derogatory and demoralized, dehumanized. And so why continue to give the narrative and the false notions and ideas to people that do not feel or, you know, cannot grasp the concept of our culture. So at the end of the day, that is just not something that I just look at, you know, as a definition, and it doesn't need to be defined. It just needs to be taken out of the names and out of people's mouths, and period.
You just
So
say stupid girls.
that's my chime in.
I mean, it sounds good. It sounds good. It sounds good, but let's be realistic about it, because a man calling a woman a bitch is totally different from a female calling a female a bitch. Only because
No. A straight heterosexual.
Respect.
Hold on. A
because
straight heterosexual male calling a woman a bitch is the problem. Listen.
Wait, before I get hyped up and say it the wrong way.
My husband over here said points.
What is the problem? What is the problem of a man?
Can't no man that want to be me, as my kid just said, can't call me no bitch. Because if you're a male, you're still a male. Period.
So, but what's the difference if you're gonna degrade yourself anyway? So what's the difference of a man calling you that?
No, okay, so I'm
to
just
a female or a gay man? It doesn't matter. You still degrading yourself.
No, I'm not degrading myself because I can
Not
walk
you,
up to
not
one.
you.
No, I'm just
Not
saying.
you.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. So
But it's
if I
still
walk
it
up to
all.
my homegirl and be like, "What's up, bitch?" I don't want ice cream from here.
I mean,
If I walk up to
that's
one of
an
my girls and I
agreement.
be like, "Hey, what's up, bitch?" It's not me degrading her. I'm not degrading her. I hope she doesn't feel degraded because we've never, had that conversation. She's never said, "Well, don't call me that. I don't like that." You don't do it with everybody, but there's some people. There's some people that you
Can I ask
just
a question
relate
real
to
quick?
on that level.
I feel like if there's an agreement between women, if they're okay with calling each other that, then that's fine.
Finish.
You guys, one person at a time.
Let him one person at a time.
I've known Rail for years, but have I ever walked up to you, Rail, and been like, "What's up, bitch?" See? And I've known her before she started having kids. So it's who you're dealing with when you say it. I would never walk up to Keisha and be like, "Hey, bitch, what's up?" No. Because if that's something that she don't like, and she, I'm gonna respect that she doesn't like that. So just like I respect that somebody I love don't like it, I will respect it just like you don't like it. It's not for everybody. It's just not. But it's okay for me and for you other people that are watching to have your friends in your circle and still be able to address your circle how you want to address your circle. You cannot live your life around how everybody feels.
Okay.
You do what the fuck you feel. If you feel like that's your bitch, that's your bitch. Because Donna, that's my bitch.
So that's very. Again, then we go back to
K-Dot.
subjective.
Take it bad, even if
K-Dot, I want to say something real quick.
to make it uncomfortable.
Real quick, Jers, I'm gonna have Rel say something because she hadn't said anything on the whole panel, and and then Jersey, you're next.
And we're gonna get to
Rel,
your
go ahead,
comments
Mama.
because I see them popping up.
Okay.
I agree with everybody's opinion.
I can pop
on, this boy and all these bad bitches, but I disagree. I don't pertain myself to it because, like Miss Keisha said earlier, we raising kings and queens out here, so we got to change the cycle a little bit. You know what I mean? So, but I feel everybody's perspective.
Okay. Jers, go ahead with your comment, sir.
Okay, so I'm in this specific podcast that we're doing right now, in this specific videotape, in this live, I don't actually respect the fact that fuck boys and bad bitches are being put into the same categories. Because first and foremost, as bad bitches, some people may take bad bitch as a positive term. I take nigga as a positive term depending on who's saying it, how it's being said. Matter of fact, just depending on how it's being said, not even who's saying it. So there is no positive. There's nobody out there pumping their hands up talking about, yeah, I'm a fuck boy. Nobody at all, right? But there are women out there saying, you know what I'm saying? They posted on Instagram, I'm a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? They ponytail swinging, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? People see it as a positive term. Again, I don't appreciate as a person who is fond of the language. I don't appreciate that the term bitch was turned to something negative. I don't like it at all. In any way, shape, or form. Like it was a positive term, and now people take it negative, and now it turns into something to battle over. It's another thing to fight over in the hood again. It's something, you know what I'm saying, and it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Just because somebody wants to use a different definition to it.
Right.
If you can't take it for what it actually initially was set for, then maybe you shouldn't use this shit in the first place. But
Okay.
those are people. There are people who don't use it. Now I'm not gonna walk up again, like she said. I ain't gonna walk up on Keisha and be like, "What up, bitch?" But I got a homegirl that we actually used the term the way it was intended, and I could call her a bitch. Her sister can't even call her a bitch. But the relationship that we have, I can call her a bitch any day any day of the week, and she'll smile because she knows what I mean by that shit. But I ain't got no niggas I walk up on and be like, "Hey, fuck boy," and they gonna take that shit positive at all. Not one. Not one at all. None.
We need to normalize that.
Okay, but
We need to normalize that so they know who they are.
So it seems like from even in the definition of a bad bitch, in a way, it seems like it's more of it is negative, but it is also kind of praised a little bit. Like as far as saying that the whole independent woman thing, the self-confidence and not needing anybody for anything, but it's also, but with the fuckboy concept, it's completely negative. It's just nothing positive about it at all. I'm not saying that there is, but what I'm saying is that
K-Dot, let me ask you this. Which one of your friends can you walk up on and say, "What's up, fuck boy?"
Nobody.
And y'all gonna shake hands?
Nobody.
No handshake.
I agree, but it's
because as soon as you come up to me and be like, "Yo, what up, fuck boy?" I'm like your mama. Like that's just how that shit gonna go. Quick.
Yeah, I think the problem with that is that. Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You're good. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think the reason for that is because the term "bad bitch" was created by females. It wasn't created by men. Fuck boys was created by females. So you know what I'm saying? It wasn't men that came up with the term.
So that's
fuck
what
boy.
gives it law.
No, it doesn't. But I'm just saying that's partially how that it's been. Women have been able to
Own it. They
like,
owned it.
we own those terms, so then we can use it in any way that we want to. So, but fuckboy has never been a positive. But even to some women, bad bitch is negative, but to some it's positive. But the ones that is positive too are the ones that are part of creating the bullshit. And that's it. Go ahead.
But see, and then you got to also look at it like this. There's some men out there looking for bad bitches specifically.
Them is fuckboys.
Unfortunate, and those
not
are
necessarily.
Fuckboys.
Not necessarily.
Like if you're looking for a bad bitch, you automatically put yourself in the fuckboy category.
Hold on, guys.
But it also define. You got to think about the definition of how you use it.
Definition is different of a bad bitch.
Okay. I just want to say
that is the wrong definition.
I just want to say this. I know this gonna make me sound so old. I'm 40.
But
okay.
You're young. You're young.
Okay, but I'm just gonna say this because I respect everyone's opinion. Like I said, what people eat don't make me poop. But at the end of
Jay-Z.
Yeah, right. At the end of the day, I understand, bitch being positive, how it was originally supposed to be written or whatever. But back in the day, the old folks, when you heard a man call a woman a bitch, it was nothing positive about that. She pissed him off. She did something to him, made him mad, whatever the case may be. He didn't like her, whatever. Or I'm finna go get some bitches, whatever. But it was never anything positive. And watching the women back in the women walking around carrying themselves back in the day, talking about I'm a bad bitch, I'm a bad bitch, because they pride themselves on they were mothers, they were whether they were school teachers or if they worked outside of the home, but when they came home, they prided themselves on what the value of their value as a woman. So they didn't come home saying I'm a bitch, and you didn't hear. This is how I grew up. I didn't hear my grandfather ever call my grandmother a bitch. And I look up to him like God rest his soul, but they were the best couple ever. And then when it came to my mother, even though I was adopted. So even though the home that I grew up in, my father was very abusive towards me, but I never once in all my years, God rest both their souls, heard my father call my mother a bitch, ever. And
Okay.
and I never heard any, even to this day, I don't hear any of their friends referring to themselves as that. So when I see women walking in the way that I grew up, when I see women, I see us as, okay, we're beautiful, we're mothers, we're somebody's mother, we're somebody's like auntie or somebody's caregiver or whatever the case may be. You're somebody's wife. And my fiance, when I met him, if he would have ever called me a bitch, we wouldn't be getting married in October.
Okay.
I mean, that's good because everybody can't have the same relationships. You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
Yes, Rosie.
And it's like, I'm just saying, like, compared to back in the old days, how the women carried themselves then and how the women carry themselves now, nobody was priding themselves on being called a bitch back in the day.
No, they probably
Nobody was, but in that same sense, nobody was priding themselves on knowing a transgender either.
that part too. But we weren't.
This is a different world.
But I really don't touch on the transgender thing because I have
That
and so I don't really trust
women stick it out.
Oh,
Who is that? Somebody's thing is just talking.
I don't know who.
I hear just all I hear is kids in the background. That's all I hear.
that ain't.
that's not mine.
Yeah.
But
But in that same note, like this world has changed. Music has changed.
But the problem is with change, with everything that's changing, we're losing ourselves. We're normalizing what never was normalized before. And so now we have a whole lot of fuckboys. We probably have some fuckboys back then, but men back in the day carried themselves completely different. They pride themselves. I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna take care of my wife, I'm gonna take care of the family, I'm gonna take care of what I need to do or whatever. It was a certain level of pride, and people in the community, if they saw you acting out, they would say something to you. Hey, we don't do that here. But now everything is so normalized. So it's okay for you to be like, oh, that's a fuck boy. Disrespecting the king and call him a fuck boy. He may be a fuck boy, but sometimes it's a guy and you calling him a fuck boy because he may
Yeah, you don't know what he's going through. You know what I mean? He might be going.
You know what
through
else?
something.
You know what else is normalized?
Random
Disrespecting men's mental health.
But that's what I'm talking about. If we keep continuing to say that,
we can touch on that.
we're normalizing all negative behavior, and it's only going to get worse.
Okay. All right, and I agree. We have to.
Rosie, I don't know about that one.
I just don't agree. I don't like the whole. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. My question for you guys is the fuck boy and the bad bees, right? Are we? And I'm sorry, we have chosen someone on both sides, men and women. Are they the problem in our relationship? We already know what type of person that they are, right? They come off as that and everything. We've identified who they are. Are they the problem, or are we the problem for accepting their behavior as long as we did? Because at the end of the day, we have to give them access to violate us in a wrong way, right? In a way that we don't want to be treated. So I'm gonna start with Ebony on that one.
Oh, damn, we gonna start with me. Okay, so what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna try to make it short and sweet.
Okay.
I'm gonna say both.
I'm not.
I'm gonna say both, and this is why I'm gonna say both. Because it is their fault for being who they. I mean, no, I'm not gonna say that. No, let me scratch that. I'm gonna say it's more of our fault for accepting it because people will only do what you allow them to do. So if you allow them to be that type of person to you, then it's kind of like, why are you complaining about it? Because you allowed it. If you don't want that, then end it. But at the same time, people have to take accountability for their actions. If you are considered a fuckboy or a bad bitch or whatever in a negative sense, then you have to take accountability. When people start taking more accountability for their actions and the dumb stuff that they do and how they mistreat people, that'll make a world of difference, because then they can, if they're taking accountability, then they can realize for themselves what they're doing wrong. But as for people accepting bad behavior, yeah, that's totally your fault, because we're all adults. We all know what we want and what we don't want. So yeah, it's that's why I said it's kind of both, but it's mainly more along the lines of it's your fault.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Trace, I'm gonna go with you on that particular client. Is it our fault? Yeah, are they the major issue in our relationship? The people that we choose as far as bad bitches or fuck boys, or are we the problem for accepting their behavior, allowing that behavior to damage us in the long run? What's your opinion on that?
I think it depends, like on the time frame and and the relationship. You know what I mean? But people go through shit, bro. Like, people are different. People say different things. People go through shit. Like, I can't. It's just terms labeled on a certain time, bro. Like, I can't. I just can't. Like,
I guess I'm talking about as far as outcome, as far as what
Right.
is presented afterwards. Like, what is once the issue has happened, once they violated you or gave you the mistrust or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The
Right.
outcome. I want you to focus on the outcome. So whose fault is it?
Of course, it would be my fault. Like, if I accepted that and for so long, of course it's my fault. That would be my fault. But that it is what it is. That's a simple answer. It would be your fault. Like,
Okay.
if you dealt with that for so long, it's a simple my bad to me, apologizing to myself for dealing with that for so long. You know what I mean?
Okay. So Rail, I'm gonna go with you. The fuckboy situation. Do you feel because for you to discover him to be a fuckboy, and you allowed it to happen after the relationship is over, the outcome, whose fault is it? Is it yours or is his?
Mine for allowing that fuck shit to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Keisha, go ahead with your focusing on the outcome. I got Jersey neck.
Well, no, you don't. No, you don't. Put Jersey last. Put Jersey last.
I'll put you last. All right, put you
Make
last.
sure Jersey last.
Oh God.
Well, I personally think,
we see you.
I personally think people will do to you what you allow them to do to you. Now, in some cases, when somebody shows you who the fuck they are, believe them. Like, first of all, I think people should be honest. If you know you're a messed up person and you really don't want to be in a relationship, you don't want to just be upfront. Give the other person a choice to do with you or not. But let's say the person doesn't do that. People show signs of who they are along the way. And you have to be strong enough in yourself and be in tune with your star player to know, okay, this is what I'll accept and what I won't accept. And if you don't like something, you can't go around trying to change somebody into what you want them to be. If you don't like it, move on. Like, you're, in a sense, you're responsible for what you do and what you allow to affect you.
Mhm.
All right.
And that's, I mean, that's
My love,
I got
hold on.
Is she?
An outcome, knowing
No, I
that
ain't
you
gonna put your
dealt with
coat
a
off.
fuckboy before, it
Mhm.
is it your fault,
I ain't even need to put
or
some
is
pants
it
on.
It's definitely your fault.
depending on the outcome
Because
that you've gotten?
the outcome that you got for the fuckboy is definitely your fault
Yes.
because you continue to allow something to happen.
Yes. No.
Okay. But did you hear me?
So I'm gonna say
Not right
he's
now, though.
definitely correct. Everybody's correct
Look,
because that's it. We do it to ourselves.
Almost now.
everybody
You
can
can hear me?
mic real quick.
You want some cereal?
Hold on, Trace. Trace, you got a lot of
Mike
background coming up.
definitely.
Okay.
There you go.
I agree. I agree with all the ladies. I agree with Keisha. I agree because we put ourselves in that situation. It took a long time for me to learn, but I've learned. They right. You do it to yourself.
All right, go
There's
ahead. What'd you say?
always signs. Huh?
I mean, I have a little bit of just a little bit of a rebuttal to that, and I'm like, and my reason for the rebuttal is because, like if, for instance, like if you're dealing with a narcissistic person, sometimes they are really good at masking their true self at the beginning. So even though you're aware and you're paying attention, they can easily trick you into believing that there's somebody that they're not. And then once you get more involved and you get more serious within a relationship, then you start to see the bullshit coming out. And then at that time, yeah, it is your fault if you continue to stay and deal with it. But once feelings and love and all that stuff becomes involved, it's a whole lot harder
It
to
is.
break away from that person.
It
It
is.
is.
It
But
took 3
you
years to
have
get away
to.
from a narcissistic person, but I put myself in therapy, and I took accountability for me.
Right.
But I allowed for so long.
Right. I mean, I think we've all been there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
I think
definitely. As a woman, you've definitely been there, so you know.
No. K-Dot, I'm gonna address that one.
Hold
I'm pretty
on,
sure.
wait. I didn't even get to finish, so I'm gonna need.
I'm sorry, love, my
No,
bad.
not
Go
you.
ahead, finish.
I'm not talking to you, Ebony, because I know Ninja already. I know he on it.
He ready.
I'm putting socks on. Look, I'm getting. Listen.
And they black. I'm telling you, he got his black socks. He's ready. But in real life, it's true. Even a narcissist, we don't know it. We don't know the signs from the beginning. But like, I'm me all the time. I try to be me all the time. What you see out of me is what you get. You can get attitude. You can get laughter. I'm just who I am. But if I do something, if I don't make a phone call or something, it'll lead a man to believe that I'm doing something else because I'm not doing what I usually do. You know what I'm saying? That's a sign to a man, right or wrong.
Right.
Katie, why you looking like that?
Because usually we get that from women. That's why. That's why he's looking at you like that.
we
So it's like right or wrong. And since I know that I'm right,
Oh, it's windy. My bad.
we tend to, as women, we tend to look past a lot of shit.
Right.
For the most part, we look past a lot of shit because we either think we can fix the fuck boy, we can help the fuck boy in some type of fucking way. We can help this fuck boy become a man. As you grow up, you learn a fuck boy is a fuck. You can't help him grow if he can't do it on his own. You can't do it for him.
Okay,
and
I
who
agree with
wants to
that.
try to help fucking raise him or teach him? Not to say that a man can't learn stuff, because women are, listen to your women, okay? If you got a woman, listen to her, because women are very smart and we try to tell y'all the right shit instead of the wrong shit.
Well,
So we
Most
can
of
have,
us.
so
yes,
we can be happy.
women are known to be wise. I would agree 100%.
Most of
Exactly.
us.
Yeah, some
But
of us.
Some of
I
us
mean,
believe you.
but sometimes they can use that wisdom to be manipulative and to get
Mhm.
what they
But
want.
that's
And
all
some
in
women is
learning
fuck
who you're
boys.
dealing with. That's all in learning who you're dealing with. That's all
That's
that
true.
is.
That's true.
You gotta learn
That's true.
somebody.
So
I'm
I
a
want
bitch.
to read
I
this
don't
comment
care.
from Facebook. We got a comment from Facebook from Emily. She says, "Ouch, LOL. To each his own. To my friends, I'm a boss ass bitch. It's fun. I'm a happy, independent, caring individual when it comes to my kiddos. If you're using it for bad or evil, it's not uh, an okay term. Also, why not?" He said, "Also, why not Mitch instead of fuckboy?" I guess Mitch is a man bitch. So, because I think
Heard that in a while.
maybe fuckboy is probably a popular term. Great comment, appreciate it.
Fuck
But
boy is a popular term by KDOT, not by the world.
Okay, we love
no,
that.
I'm
We
just
love
gonna
not
say,
by me. I didn't make up the term. I didn't
saying,
make
I
up the
want to
term.
say
I
what
just,
I
I see
But
the
you made
term
up.
in the
But you made
regular
up.
feed.
But you made up. You made up how this was all going to be set up. This was your statement,
I
and
just
you
want to
call
hear
people.
what Durs
You
has to
call
say.
cops fuck boys all the
Yeah,
time.
but
I just
again,
want to
I
hear
did.
what Durs
Yeah,
has to say
it's
because
not
this
my
man been stretching. He done had the
it's
thing
not my
across his face.
definition.
Okay, come on, Ninja. Let's hear it.
Come on.
Okay, so
No, go ahead,
I
Jerry.
want. I want true honesty from
We got to
everyone
move
in
to
this
the next
situation.
topic. We got a couple of videos, but go
I'm
ahead. I'm sorry.
talking. I
I'm
want
sorry.
to. I
I'm
want
just
true
saying.
honesty from everybody. I want true honesty from everybody with these questions I'm about to ask. Right?
Oh,
How
Jesus.
many
Oh, Lord.
people have been and they felt like they were in the most horrible relationship they've ever been in? Hands up. Okay, dope. How many of y'all have been to therapy? Great. So now we're having this educated conversation with
Great
people
question.
who have been through therapy. Now, me personally, I put myself in therapy at the age of 15 because I didn't understand making emotional decisions in the first place, right? So I never came to that point. I never came to the decision that I'm going to stick through fuck shit because I love you.
Can you
No,
ask
I'm
that
not going to
question
do
one
it.
more time, Jers? Because Rel just got back on.
So, Rel, my question is: have you ever felt like you were in a? Do you already feel like you've been through the worst relationship you could have ever gone through?
Yeah, go ahead, put your hand.
Do you? Did you go to therapy after it?
Nope.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So in this, everybody here except for Rel, and I don't know, I didn't see what Trace said, but have been through therapy after these things. Me personally, I'm gonna tell you how much I put myself through therapy. I'm friends with my therapist and don't even have to pay for therapy anymore.
Me too.
Man, damn.
Me
Yo,
too.
So,
I
can
was
I
a
get
leader.
a plug?
That's
yo,
real shit
yo,
though. Like after that's real shit.
That's real shit.
like I am, and just because you said something, Keisha, I'm 44 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know I don't look it, but I'm 44, and I've been homeless.
Mm.
I've been shot twice. I've been stabbed once. You know what I'm saying? I've never been in a gang, and I've never been to prison. You know what I'm saying? So I've 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 had trauma from just the things that I've been through, not through some generational shit. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like I do have generational issues with my father, but that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we are what we see. We are what we've been through. We are results of this. Now, you don't know somebody is a fuck boy until they show you they're a fuck boy.
Exactly.
By the time you've seen this, you are already hurt, but you're feeling like, okay, maybe that was the one thing that's not true. Everything else is right. You know what I'm saying? So You're like, okay, we've been through 2 years of great shit, and this is what it is. They made one mistake. Do you really want to sacrifice 2 years of happiness for one fucking mistake? That's where we get lost in the shit, right? Me personally, I agree with you, Keisha. As soon as somebody show you who they are, you got to be who you is, and I'm gonna treat you that way. Now, me as a man, me as the man that I am, I have been, and I will be the same way my whole life. I know that people change every 7 years, and you got to love them for the different person that they are.
Mhm.
I am still who I am at the core, right? I know what my core strengths are. So when I see you do that, and I see that you act a certain way, I also do not carry that into my next relationship. You know what I'm saying? I compartmentalize everyone separately. So if you fuck up, you fucked up. It's not somebody else that I'm living through like, oh my gosh, you did the same shit my ex did. No, bitch, you fucked up. Excuse my language. I'm gonna call her a bitch at this point. You fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I just dealt with some shit not too long ago where I don't understand. And because I don't understand emotions as much as a lot of people do, like I'm not a person who can read in between the lines. I can't.
Oh, did he freeze up on us?
Mhm.
Oh, damn it.
Wait for him because a lot in between the lines. Shit.
Okay, I think he was okay. So yeah, as far as okay, and I'm gonna piggyback on that particular point. The reading between the lines, basically having us guess what your emotion is, how you feel. If I ask you okay, yeah, I'm okay, knowing goddamn well your ass is not okay. Instead of verbalizing that, because of the healing that you have to properly be emotionally intelligent, to verbalize how you feel about something, like, you know, hey, today at the store when I did X, Y, and Z, you made me feel some type of way. Instead of saying you made me feel some type of way, you did X, Y, and Z, and my feelings were hurt. You genuinely hurt my feelings. And that's going to pop in my mind logically. Well, I don't want to hurt my lady's feelings. You know what I'm saying? I love my lady. So I'm going to men are fixers, right? And so we're going to want to fix it. We're going to be like, okay, you know what? I apologize. You know, and let me try to fix that. I that wasn't my intent. I didn't know that. Me saying that hurts your feelings. I apologize. It won't happen again. Whatever, right? But we got to stop communicating with each other with prideful language. You know, we have to say you hurt me, because if that's not communicated, then we're not gonna know, and vice versa for men as well. You can't be like calling, oh, your mama's a hoe and all. No, you don't need to say all that. That's disrespectful. What you need to do is be like, look, what you did today hurt my feelings. And as my significant other, you're supposed to protect my feelings. And that when you did that, that didn't make me feel protected. And when you say it in that particular way, then that's better communications. Pride out the way. You know what I'm saying? Okay, take that. And that's what I'm saying. Please date with intent. Do not date with your walls up.
And that's that. I want to speak on that because
okay.
I hear women all the time say stuff like, I'm guarded. I've been hurt in the past. Somebody's done this to me. Okay, boo-hoo. Somebody did something to you. Don't bring that shit into another relationship. Fix yourself first. Because if you go into something guarded and you go into something with all these walls up, you're going to attract exactly what you are, broken and still hurt.
I agree. I agree.
It ain't nobody's fault but your own. It's not
I
fair
agree.
to get into a relationship and expect somebody to fix you.
You're
I
all
agree.
You're all the way correct.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. And
girl, Miss Keisha, where you been all my life? Talk
Uh,
that shit.
So I mean, and this is why I created this show, because we're gonna have real authentic conversations. Whether we agree or disagree, it's still a conversation, and it needs to be had. You know, me personally, I am an advocate for men, good men, because the thing is, we get mixed up with the fuck boys.
Absolutely.
And when we get with a woman who's possibly damaged or whatever, we have to pay for that shit. And like, well, wait a minute, we here, we ain't do nothing to you. We'd be like, nah, I it's a red flag, some goddamn where. Or if it's I've been in a situation where the woman would say, oh, well, this relationship is too good to be true. You a little too nice. And you're like, what? Or they'll accuse you of cheating, and you'd be like, you know my schedule. Like I'm not doing anything. That's the worst feeling in the world, when your significant other makes you feel that you did something to them, or accusatory of them being or having any type of infidelity towards them, and you've been faithful this whole entire time. That's the worst feeling in the whole entire world, for your lady to make you feel that way. So
I would call you a punk, but I guess I won't, because we're on live.
But you know, I honestly wish my fiance is sitting right here, but he's like, I haven't had a haircut, so don't put me on camera. But, I'm gonna tell y'all, when we first got together in the beginning, I thank God for this man, because I thank God that he had strength enough to say, you know what? Even though I went through therapy, there were still some things that I needed to work on.
Sure.
And him being who he was able to say those things to me. Like you said, speak how you feel, right? But in a caring way. He was able to say, hey, I think you're a little insecure in this area. I think you should go work on that, you know, or, okay, let's go to therapy together so we can figure out what's going on with you if you want this to work. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you don't know when you may have, like, it may be something to trigger you. So having somebody in my corner to say, hey, you know what, sis, either you're going to work on that or I'm out.
So Keisha, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought that point up. How are you, because you used the insecure word, right? Which could be a triggering word for
a lot of women.
So how do we, what if, because I've noticed a lot of men are afraid to be vocal on that, because then they'll get backlash and be like, what you call, that's like calling me a B or a name.
When he first said it to me, and this is like at the beginning of our relationship, when he first said it to me, oh, I used to be like, nigga, I ain't fucking insecure, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? Okay. But I realized as women, we don't listen. And the thing that I wasn't doing was I wasn't hearing what he was trying to say. He may have, yes, the insecure word is a hard word, a harsh word or whatever. Sometimes you need your star player to say, hey, say some shit in harsh terms or whatever for you to get it.
And that's where the masculinity comes, right?
And that's where I let, you know, him walking in his masculinity. Men are supposed to say, hey, you know what? We on the same playing field. If I see you fucking up, I'm gonna tell you messing up. You know what I'm saying? But when he said it to me, it took for me to look within myself to say, you know what? Instead of arguing with this man, let me do some within thinking on my own and say, okay, what do I have going on? And yeah, when you constantly accusing somebody or you make little slick comments every now and then or whatever, you got to think about how the other person is feeling. If they're calling you insecure, depending on the person, if they're calling you saying that a situation that you may have said or done something that you're acting insecure, take that into consideration how that person is feeling, because you may be making that person feel like crap, subconsciously, because you got some stuff going on. You know what I mean? So him being that masculine to me, it allows me to be feminine and say, you know what? Okay, I appreciate that in you, my brother. Let me figure this out. And I'm able to tell him when he messing up. Hey, sir, in a respectful way, I don't like when you do this because it hurts me. And we're able to communicate that.
and that's how you. But the thing is, you didn't combat it with masculine. You did it in a femininity way, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say thank you for clearing that up. Not fixing it, but clearing it up. Excuse me, because I watched that video last week, and
Mm-hmm.
I was on the panel, and I was like, I don't have to go through therapy to be able to maintain a relationship. And me and K Dot sat and had a conversation about it, like for like an hour or so after the show.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but now I understand what you're saying. I understand, because I'm like, shit, I done been to therapy, but it ain't got shit. It'll help you in the next relationship, but I didn't have to get that to be able to maintain a relationship. But now that I see what you're saying, I definitely understand you better, and I appreciate you saying it like that, because I didn't understand at all what was being said.
Yeah, and you know, I don't come off like, I don't try to come off as harsh with people, but I have boys that are dating, you know what I'm saying? And there are a lot of them are older. And some of these women, these girls that they come home, I'm like, I don't like that. Don't bring that one here. You know, but I realize that they're gonna also attract what their mother is.
Mm-hmm.
So how I carry myself,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? How I carry myself, that makes a big difference. How I'm out in the street, even when I'm out in the street by myself, I'm a reflection of my fiance. I'm a reflection of my kids. So I take all of that into consideration, but it took some growth for me to get there.
It's life. It's the life you live.
Mm-hmm.
You have to go through life to become somebody.
Mm-hmm.
From the beginning, you have to go through life to become somebody.
Absolutely.
If I was where I'm at, if I was still doing the same shit I was doing when I was 16 and 17, boy, it would not be okay.
You and me both.
As I get older and I grow and I mature, it's better for me. It's better for my kids, because you're right. They do see everything. I love how my daughters carry themselves. You know, they have their faults and shit, but I love how they carry themselves. I absolutely love how my sons carry themselves. So I know there's certain shit you got to keep away from the kids. And in these day and ages, I throw all punches, because this world is throwing punches. So I'm gonna give it to them first before these other motherfuckers outside my house give it to them.
Got to. You got to.
They're watching me, but they know I'm watching them too. And y'all, if don't be offended, because I be calling these kids little niggas. Okay? It's better than me calling them little motherfuckers, little ass bitches, and all that shit. So these little niggas around here, they see it, but I also talk to them. I also attempt to try to listen to them, because kids be having stories and shit. You just don't want to hear that shit. But I attempt to listen to them, and that's what we got to do with our kids in order for them to not go through the same shit that we went through. And then holding on to relationships for so long for no reason. Like,
and then also teach them how not to be a quote unquote fuckboy or a disrespectful young lady, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I talk to their girlfriends. I'll be like, don't let him treat you any old type of way. Don't let him talk to you no type of way. You know his mama, so you come holler at me if there's something going on, or you feel like he's making you feel some type of way. And not that I want to be in the middle of their relationships, but y'all gonna respect y'all gonna respect whoever you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Because I tell them, you don't want no man in all types of. So what makes you think her dad or her mom wants you treating her any type of way? So now that I've got to hear you. Thank you. Because now I just have a better understanding, and I appreciate it now. Because at first I was like, "Oh hell no, what the fuck she mean?"
Yeah, it was, and maybe because
call you little bitch. I just because I didn't even know you.
And that's why
It's important to remember. Sometimes it has to be explained a few different ways before you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It does have to be explained a couple of different ways. But I get it now. So it's easier to respect it. I'm a grown woman. I can stand on mine. Hey. Hey. But thank you.
Okay, we back. I don't know what happened. All right, so we're gonna move on to the we got a video to play. So this video that I'm about to play, this man had got a lot of heat, unnecessary heat, I think, from a lot, mainly black women. They did not like what he said. But we're gonna play this. And the gentleman that I'm referring to is Cam Newton. He got into a lot of deep water with this particular comment, and I just want to see what everybody feels about it. And Road Dog, if you got that queued up.
How do I want to approach this? Shout out to Cam Newton on $1 million worth of game, making his opinion about bitches. And I 100% support Cam Newton and what he had to say. And any of you bitches want to go against that, fuck y'all.
I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father. My parents have been together for 36, 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, you know, girl, I'm a bad bitch. You know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
You know, and it's a lot of women who are bad bitches. And I say bitches in a way, not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs. Right? And a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
That's how you approach that. You know what I'm saying? I like
You
that.
go ahead and cut
Cam
it
Newton.
So in that, I want everybody's response. From that, we're gonna start with Keisha.
Sorry, y'all, my mic was off. I'm gonna say I 100% agree with Cam. I want a high five. I wish I could give that brother a hug. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because with the part where he said, first of all, he said it, he made it personal. He said for him. So he wasn't referring to what all men should want and what all women should do or whatever. But the fact when he said knowing how to be a woman, knowing how to be quiet, knowing how to cater to your man, I absolutely agree with that. Because first of all, knowing how to be quiet is a big thing for women. Not every single conversation deserves an argument or a response. If y'all going through it, sometimes it's best to be quiet because the other person can probably see your point of view without you screaming and hollering at them. Or it's like, do you want to be right or do you want to have a relationship? You're not going to win all your fights, not 100% of the time. So sometimes being able to sit back, being able to be quiet, being able to allow a man to lead, that's what his job is. His job is to lead the household. If you nitpicking him constantly, you know, telling him every decision that he's making is wrong, every single thing that he does is wrong, of course he's going to start acting like the person that you don't really want to be with because you don't respect him enough to lead. You don't give him that to lead. And if the person that you're with is not leading you or doing what it is that you feel is needed to be done, then your job is either to bring it to their attention. If they don't want to change it, that's fine. Move on. But learning how to be a woman, yeah, I cater to my man. I come home, I make sure dinner is done after I've worked. Look, I go to school, I work, take care of my kids, and I do it joyfully and willingly. You know why? Because this man has no problems providing and doing everything that I need him to do willingly. That's my take on it. So I agree with him.
Okay. Love Bug, what's your comment on that?
So y'all know I be bullshitting. I'ma just say, because I gotta just agree with what Keisha said, because I didn't get to see the video. My phone started tripping.
Do you want me to replay it?
No.
Do you want me to
Do y'all want
replay
to watch it again?
It was
We can
short.
watch-
It wasn't short.
Okay, well,
It was very short.
Sorry, people.
Well, Doc, if you can cue that video back up, just you can skip the old man. You can skip the old man part. I ain't like I said that, but yeah, just get to the video.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
He's pulling it up now.
Yeah, give me 1 second and I'll get it pulled up.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, because I just feel like
y'all be patient
he's
with
right.
Road Dog. He is an old man. Okay, so
you need his old ass, so cut it out. I can just go with the whole.
You know I gotta give him
I
shit.
absolutely agree with what she's saying. The older I get, the more I learn.
Yeah,
and I'm just now really learning how to shut the fuck up. Samantha, shut the fuck up, because I'm very wise, and so it makes me feel like I know everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm usually never wrong. Like, I can honestly say, am I lying? Oh fuck, you want to laugh?
No, she's usually right for the most part.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Video.
Okay, here's the video.
I had a perfect example of what a man was in my life by my father. My parents has been together for 36, 37 years now, and it's a beautiful thing. I grew up in a 3-parent household, my mom, my father, and my grandmother. And I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is a person who's just, girl, I'm a bad bitch. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
And it's a lot of women who are bad bitches. And I say bitches in a way, not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick. Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, like you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
And that was it.
Yeah, that was it. So what is your opinion on
Okay,
that?
so
What's your opinion on that?
my babe doesn't consider me a bad bitch. I cook, I clean, I rub his back, I rub his feet. Like, Katana, I'll rub your feet, okay? Look at my daughter over here, like, but you can't. She don't work like he work and help me provide like he helped me provide, okay? She don't do that. So that's why she can't get her feet rubbed. Why she look? She just laying here. This is what she doing and want her feet rubbed. But I do all that. And he doesn't consider me a bad bitch, but yet and still, when I'm with my girls, I am who I am. I'm that bad bitch. There's something about a black woman, and it always goes back to being a black woman. We're everything. We can do anything. We can be anything. So I'm that. I'm definitely in my own definition, and I don't feel like I'm disrespecting myself. My grandma's never. I've never cussed in front of my grandma. I say shit and I've apologized. Okay, so this is the God's honest truth.
Mhm.
My grandma's never. We don't use the bitch word. Yeah, I've heard probably a couple of times somebody call my mom a bitch. My brothers call me a bitch, but I'm that bitch. And that's how I started growing up. I'm that bitch. You want to call me a bitch and you want to call, okay, I'm going to be that bitch. Regardless of their definition of it, I use my own definition of it and put it the way I want to put it. So when I'm with my girls, I'm that bitch. That bitch got a bad attitude. That bitch is the best bitch to be around. That bitch, you can put bitch in front of my name. If I fuck with you, you can put bitch in front of my name. If I don't fuck with you, don't put bitch in front of my name. I'm Samantha.
So can I ask you a question? How come you just can't be that woman instead of that bitch? Can't why? Like I'm that woman. Is it or I'm that queen?
Woman. I'm that woman. Why does it have to be? Do you know how many fuckboys is in my inbox talking about some good morning queen?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know how
just
many?
Just off this show alone,
people is calling my phone, talking about, hey queen. Okay, nowadays everybody's using king and queens nowadays. Fuckboys is using that shit too. So we will not. Okay. I'm gonna be that bad bitch to my bitches. There's like 2 bitches that can call me a bitch. Bitch is one of my favorite words, and I don't even mean it, and I still know how to use it. I know how to use it, but I don't mean it in a negative way towards anybody. But I'm that bitch.
Okay.
Not only because I hold my own, but because I hold everybody else's too. So you define yourself however you want to. I respect everybody's opinion. There's a big difference on it, but
what I'm saying is that's still very subjective. It's not objective. Because
it's just the relationship you have with people.
Okay. All right.
You don't have the same relationship with anybody on here that you have with me or that you have with Ninja. We all have different relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
okay. All right. And I never called you a bitch ever.
I was talking about Thomas. Shut your ass up.
All right. So Ebony, what do you think about Cam Newton's comment?
I agree with what he said. I like his definition better than my own, but I mean, I agree with everything that he said. Don't really have too much of a rebuttal about it.
Okay.
I just know that, real men ain't looking for bad bitches. So, I want a real man. I got a real man. I'm sorry.
I know you don't want no fuckboy. I know.
What did you say?
And I also feel like that term is used by the younger generation for a whole different reason.
True, yeah.
Okay.
So keep that in mind because I can see the 19 and 20, them young ones talking about some I'm a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because my hair is cute and my nails is cute.
But maybe we should, for instance, Trina, right? Usually Trina, she kind of made that word really popular.
Yeah.
I'm the baddest bitch. You know what I'm saying? And how old is Trina now? How old is she?
She's older.
She's older than me.
She's old as she's single.
Right. Old and single as fuck.
Old and single and bitter. And teach you how to be old and single.
I didn't say it.
You should make a whole
Is it true? We should probably read those lyrics. Road Dog, maybe and we should probably bring those lyrics up probably toward the end of the show and dissect what she said because Because you know, sometimes you be singing along the songs and you be like, oh shit, wait a minute. I as a kid, I thought, you know, I didn't really pay attention to the lyrics, but that's what they were talking about. Like,
but if you think about it, it's kind of like when you teach kids stuff and you always say be mindful. I always tell my kids, be mindful what you feed your spirit. Do they always listen? No. But feeding your spirit is what you hear and what you visually see, right? Not only what you eat, you know? Okay. So subconsciously, look at the state of our women today, the ones that grew up in our era. They were listening to I'm the baddest bitch and I'm this and I'm that. Now, you got a lot of these women our age walking around acting like those 20-year-olds now.
Right.
Because I'm your age.
Messed up.
I'm definitely your age.
Yeah. And a lot, if you see a lot of us, you don't see a lot of us married or a lot of us in long-term relationships or a lot of us stable mentally or whatever. It's because that bullshit that was fed to us, they walking around feeding that to the younger generation, and the cycle gonna get worse.
I just said that yesterday to my daughter about something like that.
And I agree with you because, for instance, and this is what I'm saying, y'all got to understand, ladies, that women like Cardi B, for instance, I'll give you a prime example. She's competing, and y'all don't even fucking know it. Mm-hmm. She's saying, what's the WAP song? She said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but something, but I got this ring. But her ass was on Instagram cooking and motherfucking cleaning.
Right.
Not only that, she didn't have any kids out there. She got the ring, and she's spinning the narrative as far as the whole hot girl summer thing. You need to go ahead and be the whole city girl mentality, so y'all can leave my man the fuck alone.
But that's
and y'all not even realizing that.
I don't even understand why people.
I get it, but it's entertainment. But I know. But what I'm saying is that she's secretly competing against that. She's competing against the women because she's like.
Trina is 47.
Yes, you're right. Almost everybody, because
47?
On some level, most
47?
people, I don't say everybody, but most people. And when you think about it, little girls growing up, you saw Disney, right? Everybody wanted to saw a Disney princess, and you thought that's what love was. Somebody was gonna come in, they was gonna rescue you, and you was gonna live happily ever after.
Mine's is Pretty Woman.
But what I'm saying is, you're taught that as a young girl, so naturally, what you see, you become, right? Or that's what you want.
Okay.
So, although it's not an entertainer's job to raise our children, it's not an entertainer's job to teach, to tell us what to do or whatever. Consciously, that's what you're doing.
Right.
And you don't even know it. And that's the agenda. That's all this crap that they put on TV now that they wasn't putting on. You wouldn't have saw no WAP back in the 80s on TV.
Nowhere. Yeah. I mean, not like that. Not in that context. It would not
in that context. Yeah.
Would not have been that wide open.
So
I don't know.
We had it in a different way. In all honesty, we had it in a different way. Because look at my kid. She just turned over. She was like, y'all had that too. And we did.
But then again, I watched the Cosby Show.
The point I'm trying to make
is me too.
But
hold on real quick, y'all. Shout out to Sweet Peas. She's a heavy supporter of the show. Love you, mamas. Appreciate you. She says, I've been married 21 years, the only woman in my family, married longer than 5 years, which is absolutely fucking sad.
And there's no women in my family married.
Congratulations, Sweet Pea.
Whoa. She also said she can pay someone to clean for her. If she was poor, she'd either figure it out or go hungry. Yeah, well, yeah, I would agree with that, because I mean, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if you think but what I'm saying is that she's telling people to do the opposite, and I get it, it's entertainment, but she's doing she's doing 180 in her real life, but she's telling other people to, you know, do other shit. You know, just worry about you got the wet ass pussy, girl. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got that wet ass pussy,
man, y'all better stop listening to this bullshit. I don't listen to no fucking body. My brother is a witness. Fuck this shit that goes on in the world and on TV. My kids, everybody would tell you, fuck that shit. Even though I
Right.
do love Pretty Woman. The minute I seen that movie, I fell in love with that movie. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, on my wedding day, oh, Chris, he already know what to motherfucking do. Because that right there is it. We can live in some fantasies, but yeah, all that pussy popping and shit. Now, we did go to the club and we was doing all
Yeah.
that shit.
We was juvenile. Back that ass up.
I was about to say that shit was called doing the.
Oh my God.
I
But
think
they
Jerry-
have to
Stop
grow
acting
like
like y'all
us.
wasn't doing the butt.
They have to grow like us. They have to
You
grow.
in the butt,
And we have to give them time to grow. That's all, you
No.
guys.
I mean,
And
yeah,
then
it's
just
kind of
keep
like
educating them. Keep
it's
educating
kind of
them.
like
Give them
this.
time
It's
to
kind of
grow.
like this, right? It's kind of like this. You have to, what is a certain age? Like for instance, I think I don't know, Sam. I think I had this conversation with you
Oh
as
God.
far as the whole, as far as like, okay, so how long we gonna be gangsters and thugs? When is the appropriate age to actually evolve from that? You know what I'm saying? To grow,
18.
think differently.
I was gonna say 21.
Why is there even an evolved age?
You're right, but it's easier
sorry.
when you give an age. You know what I'm saying? It's easier when you say, what's the age, instead of saying, why don't we do this? Because in reality, it's some shit that's gonna be done.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that when I mean, hell,
18.
our cousin, prime example, Big Mike, evolved from that shit. He don't hang with motherfuckers that do that shit. No, you can't come in that house, and you can't even bring that energy in his house. He will stop that shit at the fucking door.
Mhm.
Don't come to him about no. I'm not gonna do that. He's in church. He's
a different type of man.
He raised both his kids is in college. And he
He's
focuses on his wife. That is his life. And I'm sorry, go ahead, Keisha.
I was gonna say I agree with that, but what people understand is there's not necessarily an actual age. I don't think, which I think is what George was trying to say. I don't specifically think there's an age, but I do think life is a classroom. As soon as you open your eyes in the morning, the bell rings. You close your eyes at night, the bell rings. You're supposed to be evolving every so often. You know what I'm saying? So even if for me to get married, right? I'm not going to be the same person 5 years from now. Now, what George was saying, at your core, yeah, you have core values. That's right, But if I don't want to be the same person I was at 20, and then when I hit 30, I don't want to be the same person I was at. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that same person. I'm 40 right now. I don't want to be who I am.
No, it sounds so terrible. Is it my phone? Because I can't hear him.
It might be, yeah. So this is how I feel about the Cam Newton video. I completely 100% agree with that man. I salute him 100% because and not only that, if you notice, he said the woman that he wants. He didn't generalize the statement. He said the woman that he wants. And I'm on the same board. That's the type of woman I want. And not only that, my parents has been married that long for 30 going on 36 years and counting. So what I'm saying is that I've seen what a husband is. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to be a husband. I've seen what a wife is. So I know now better anyway. I knew that was coming. So I know how to pick better, and that's why some of my friends give me grief and be like, "Damn, man, you kind of cut her off. Like y'all was only together for a month, or you was only together for like 2 or 3." I said, I don't have time to play. You have to understand, if I'm already recognizing the red flag, just the red flags, and I'm not holding her accountable to any other woman, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair. But if I'm seeing the red flags, and I've seen this episode before, I have to take responsibility and accountability from myself because I'm the one who chose. You know what I'm saying? This person, so I have to look back at me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You know what I'm saying? You have to stop doing the same thing and trying to get different results. It just doesn't work that way. You have to do things differently. You have to look at things differently. You know what I'm saying? Like the last person I was with, I'm gonna be honest. I was with a police officer.
Like,
the thing was, she was looking fine as hell in that uniform. But regardless of that, the thing is, she brings home PTSD.
Whatever, Lil Wayne.
She brings home anxiety. She brings home quote unquote. I know newsflash, breaking news. K-Dot was with the all right. But I know better now. I was only with her for maybe a month and a half, I think, 2 months. Great person. She sometimes didn't leave that shit at work. You know what I'm saying? And I told her, and I was very transparent with her, do not bring that shit in my house. When you come home, when you come to this house, be prepared to be led in a relationship. Be prepared for me to give that masculine energy to you. Be prepared for me to protect you. I don't need you to fucking protect me. I get it. You a cop. Whatever. I got this.
Now
you
it's
what's
wrong when you was fucking with her? You ain't shit. Dude,
Okay, Doc, you hear me?
Don't listen to you because, dude.
Oh my God.
This is why I don't listen to you, man.
Was I a little too extra with that?
Yeah.
K-Dot, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, George. Go ahead. You were kind of breaking
You
up
know,
a little bit.
protection isn't always about fit. My Wi-Fi died out here. You know, protection isn't always about physical, right?
No, I know.
Sometimes she does have to protect your mental health, because it's a lot of women that don't give a fuck about men's mental health, and that's
true.
why some of these women is dying.
Mm-hmm.
But look how we're also as young boys, we're taught to hold our emotions in. You know, I'm talking about from a general.
I never was.
Not saying that you. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
from a generalization, we'll say
that. We're taught to hold in our feelings and stuff like that. And when we fucking snap on somebody, then they're like, "Oh my God, why was he so angry?" Like, you know, because we were taught to damn near not fucking feel like, you know,
I don't know about that. Like, I know it doesn't seem like the people that I know like hide their emotions. Like, it doesn't.
I don't teach my son that. I say, hey, it's okay to cry. God damn it, I cry. I don't give
but
a fuck.
I'm just saying, like you say that all the time, and it doesn't feel like that. It feels like I feel like men do show their emotions, and I don't feel like they weren't taught not to. There's just some that feel like they're harder than others.
Okay.
I don't think that I don't know. How would you teach somebody that you can't cry or you can't? I mean, it can happen because I watch Lifetime, so I take that back.
Now, how many times have we've heard? Stop all that damn crying before I give you something to cry about.
But that was done to us too.
I get it. That's what I'm saying. But
that was for an ass whooping. That wasn't for a mental abuse.
Shit to get that ass whooping.
But I understand what he's saying, because it also depends on how you were raised and where you were raised. Like, I know for me, I was a single mother for a long time, and my kids was raised in Jersey before we moved here to Arizona. So I didn't allow. Don't come in this house crying. Don't come in this house, because what's gonna happen? Them kids gonna around. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
Yeah. So you want to come in here crying? I'm gonna lock you outside. You're gonna know how to fight. And my mother, she was from New York, so that's how she raised me too. You know what I'm saying? So it's on where you was raised. So I get what he was saying, but I want to ask the women a question in this group.
Okay.
Hey, y'all go to your man the ones that are in relationships and say, hey, babe, how's your mental health today?
I ask.
I mean, I don't ask that question like that. No.
Like, it's just
But
asking how you're doing.
Yeah.
yeah, how you doing? How you feeling?
The reason why I say that, Jers made a very valid point. Women tend to think that men are supposed to be so strong that they're not allowed to show weakness. They're not allowed to say, okay, I'm having a bad day or whatever. They're not allowed to vent. And so occasionally I think where women fall short is just like that man is there to protect your physical and your health, well-being and all that. Women should also be able to do that for them because they need that sometimes. They may not say it. It may just be a hug every now and then, or it may just be a, hey, how you doing? Or do you want to go do something? Just showing that you care about them because they carry a lot of weight on their shoulders as men.
Right.
I text my babe all day.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, and I think that's absolutely important. Because I do that with my son. I always try to, at the end of the week, I try to make it a goal. And I asked him specifically what you say, and I said, "Hey, son, how's your mental? How are you doing mentally? You know what I'm saying? Or even if you don't ask it in that particular way, grab your man's hand and be like, no, how are you really?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, how are you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
and he said,
man, let me tell you, because I seen this video, right? It was a stranger video, and I'm gonna start using these videos just to be example. These people do not know each other, a man and a woman, and the man was in front of her, but their backs are to each other, so they can't see each other. And the woman asked, and it was such an effeminate type of way. It was not masculine. It was very feminine. And she was just, hi, how are you? And he broke down crying.
Mm-hmm.
Literally broke down crying and was just like, I'm not doing good at all. Like, I'm not doing good. And I'm gonna try to find that video because it was a dope video. How this woman didn't know this man from a can of paint, but it was the way she said it was, how are you? How are you doing? And it was just, Road Dog, what do you think about the Cam Newton video?
Oh. I don't answer questions. I kind of listening to the panel, everything else. I totally agree with everything that was said.
Okay.
Especially Keisha.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, because I just feel like, I really feel, and again, he said of what he's seen of his parents. He was raised in a 3-parent household. He had his mother, he had his father, and he also had his grandmother, which I think is really dope, by the way. I think it's really, 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 really dope. And for him to see that, and the reason why he probably didn't marry because I think he has 7 kids, but like I think it's 2 biological kids. I'm not mistaken. All them kids ain't his. But he still claims it as his kids and still takes care of them. And shout out to that man for that. But I believe he's allowed to want what he wants as far as what works. And I guess the issue that that bothers me for the most part is when some women, modernized women, get upset when we want a tradition. For me, I want a traditional woman. You know what I'm saying? But you want traditional values from me, like protection, like professing my love to you, and providing and all those type of things. But when I give you all those things and I'm asking you, hey, I get home from work, I like to have a hot plate. You know what I'm saying? My mother did those things from my father. And not only did she do those things, she brought him his plate and he was the first one to eat. because he was the man of the house. And then she brought us our plates. You know what I'm saying? I know you, but it's the truth. But at the end of the day, and not only that, she did that still having to work a full-time job, not having to. It was a choice for her to work a full-time job. My pops didn't care either way, but it was an agreement to where that as long as she took care of her wifely duties, not title. Don't get that twisted.
Oh, go ahead, Katie, and say what fucking
there's a duty to it. She's allowed to work, absolutely, just long as it, and not only that, she never allowed her career she never allowed her career to overtake her marriage or her family. She always made sure the family came first, her career came second. And if they didn't like what if they weren't on her program, I don't know how my mom did it, but she did it. She just got another fucking job. She was already like, fuck y'all. My family come first. I'm not missing my son's game. I'm not doing what I need to do as a mother and a wife to please y'all, because a job is never going to be loyal to me any fucking way. But I tell you who is my goddamn family.
Okay, well, in these days, both of us need to have a job to survive. Okay.
Shit, both of us need 2 jobs, 2 hustles, and a motherfucking and a scam.
No,
hey, I was just trying to put it out there. So if you want to put it out there, put it out there for real, for real. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing in this world that I would love. I would love to be a housewife.
Hold on. I think she
what happened?
Is the comic? I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't know. That kind of went out.
Damn it.
Okay, tell me.
I was trying to do the comment. I was trying to push on the comment. I don't know. It's not working.
There we go.
I want traditional shit too. Besides,
you can't post a comment, can you? You can post it, right?
Huh?
I see it.
There you go. Not that one. Sweet Peas comment. The one I want a traditional. I want traditional. Yeah, that one. So, all right, go ahead and read that comment, Sam.
It says that, damn, I cannot fucking look at this phone like this. I want traditional shit too. I like to not work, but since we go home at the same time, hot plates. Girl, right? Presented to one of the other so not to have to work and not to have to work and not have to work. She's
now,
right.
I'm not saying
Okay.
I'm not saying everything is going to be perfect. Like, go ahead, Keisha.
Okay. Look, it's this simple. You can't expect a man to be traditional, right? And then you don't want to do anything traditional on your part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like for me, I know what works for me in my household. The days that I'm extremely tired, my fiance will say, "Hey, I got dinner. I'm gonna cook tonight, or I'll go get something to eat." Because he knows I'm mentally and physically, he can see it. He picks up on my cues. Right. But the majority of the time, I'm cooking. And if there's 1 or 2 days that I don't want to cook, he'll tell those kids, "Hey, fend for yourself. Y'all big enough." Or he'll say, "Hey, I'll cook something and take the load off you. You go, I know you got a paper to write. You go do that paper. And I know you're working too. You go ahead and take care of that."
I will order the hell out of something.
Yeah. But you gotta be, it's gotta be give and take. Like you don't always have to cook. Maybe you don't, make sure he got something to eat. I don't make him a sandwich, whatever it is that he like, But it's gotta be some give and take. We can't always expect the man to be 100% how it was back in the day, and I don't like this whole movement anyway, because women open their mouth. Now I got to go fucking work. But it's not equal. But at the end of the day, all jokes aside, I just think that it's got to be give and take and balance in a relationship. If it comes too much to where you can't work or you can't work and you can't cook and provide and a man wants that meal, then okay, maybe talk about it and say, hey, maybe you go get 2 jobs and I'll sit at home and I'll take care of everything you want me to do. It's got to be give and take.
I don't know. I agree with some of the traditions between women and
Now,
want to work on money.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. I like to cook.
I didn't read the rest of it, Road Dog.
Wait, Ebony, what you say, Ebony?
I said I agree with the whole traditional man and woman and relationship and marriage and stuff like that to an extent. But like for me personally, I don't want to be a housewife. I don't want to be at home taking care of kids, cleaning the house. You know what I mean? I don't want that lifestyle. Now I can manage that and work a job.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I'm in a relationship, in my relationship, I don't see why it would be a problem where if I'm working full time and you're working full time, why we cannot come to an agreement on how we can share responsibilities. I don't want.
I'm gonna ask you a question. If your man Richard was just like, look, I got a great job. I don't need you to work. You can work if you want to, but I don't need you to work. And I'm gonna take care of all the bills and all the type of stuff. Would you allow him to? Why? Because
I don't mind working and I like to make my own money. And I feel whatever, probably what you want to, but you know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying that okay.
No.
What I'm saying that you're not in your femininity. Because if he's telling you
why
she's stubborn.
Oh yeah, I know.
No, I don't mind working. I like to get out the house. I like to interact with people. I like to make my own money.
What about this? Right? Okay. Richard owns a company, right? Multi-million-dollar company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then why can't you work with him?
Right.
Exactly. Can you work for his company, maybe part-time for maybe a job or whatever, but full-time for him? Would you work full-time for your man?
I would. Yes, very much so. Especially if it's his company. I want
because if they're wait. If that's a marriage, she's not working for his company. She's working for their company.
Right. We're working together to build the business.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's not what you said.
I wouldn't go out. Like if he had his own company, would it make sense for me to go out and get a job and work for somebody else when he has his own and we can build it together?
No, I'm saying. Well, what I'm saying is that I mean you can. Okay, let me reword the question. Fuck the part-time job, right? I'm talking about if your man owned had a multi-million-dollar company or whatever, would you would you work for him?
Yeah.
Like Dave, come work for me.
I would work with him, yes.
Whoa, okay. Wait, okay. Hold on.
We're in a relationship. Yeah.
I get that, but I pay attention to verbiage. Said with. Is there a problem you working for him?
Yes.
No, not really.
Yes.
But at the same time, if we are married and we're in a relationship, why wouldn't it be?
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about you guys are married. You're all that. You went through.
Then they're equally yoked and should be working together.
Right.
I get that, but what I'm saying is, hold on, Jersey. Wait a minute.
I mean, if it's in a sense like it's in his name type situation. So like I'm under him. Yes, that's fine. I don't have an issue with that. But at the same time, we're working together.
That's fine. I mean, yeah. I'm just saying, like, so you wouldn't have a problem working for your husband.
No.
But you just like to work. You like to do something. You like to be active. Correct.
Right.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm contributing to the community if I'm just sitting at home washing dishes, cleaning clothes, and cooking all that and taking care of kids. Like that's not what I was put on this earth to do.
Well, you already raised it. I mean, you already raised. So all you would have to do is cook and clean for him.
Yeah, but that's boring.
But I get what she's saying.
K-Dot.
She's got to
K-Dot.
have, a woman has to have some type of identity
You have
outside
some-
of herself.
Right.
Outside of like for me, when I go to the gym, I'm not even there half the time to like do a full body workout sometimes. Sometimes I just need time by myself. I don't want to be nobody to nothing to nobody but myself at that moment, even if it's for an hour.
Sure.
So if I'm working outside of the home, is that time to get away? Which for me, I go to work to get away. Them kids still call me at work.
Right.
Nothing.
Who you telling that? My son be calling me all the damn time. I'm like, what you want? You in school.
But so
K-Dot.
I feel what she's saying.
Yes,
You
sir.
need
Go
to
ahead,
sometimes
Jersey.
Get away.
Your wife has a multi-million-dollar
Jersey.
company. Would you work for her?
Yep.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. What?
Exactly.
You're a team.
Absolutely not.
Teamwork.
That means y'all have a multi-million-dollar company.
I already knew that was gonna be
No,
a no. Look at his face. He be so serious.
Absolutely not.
That she has a multi-million-dollar
Why not?
You're not willing to help her support and grow that company, so that's her company. So you can't ask her for shit. That's my opinion. For real. Because
Then that you can't live under shit that she pay bills on either.
And that's why I'm telling you right now, when I go into a relationship, I don't care. Like I will tell you right now, I promise that there would be, if let's just say I had $1 million and shit like that, I would probably holler at the girl at Target than holler at a boss chick. Quick.
And I respect
Just
you for that.
because of the way she treated me, and we had a great conversation and all those type of things.
But what if she has that same personality?
Yeah, if we happen to have that, but what I'm saying, we're talking about generalization, because at the end of the day,
That's not what I asked. I asked specifics.
That woman's that woman's not going to respect that man.
Why?
At the end of the day,
right.
because there's going to be some type of resentment as far as her making more money than him.
That is an assumption. That is a complete assumption. But that is a complete assumption. Because you know what? That is a complete assumption. Because my mother never did that to anybody, and my mother always made more than whoever she was dating. Always. My mom was a hustler all day long. She ran her company with no problems.
Okay, dating. What I'm
No,
saying is,
I'm talking about the person she was with 10 years. She never gave him disrespect. You can't assume that somebody's going to be disrespectful because they know how to work hard.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Jers. Let me ask you this question. All right, go ahead, Keisha. Go ahead.
I don't think that's what he's necessarily saying. I'm just saying, like, 1 in a million. Your mom was 1 in a million. Beautiful lady, I'm sure. She was 1 in a million. But nowadays, the women nowadays have the mentality that because they're a boss bitch and they're a boss this and they're a boss that, they go into a relationship thinking that I don't need a man for anything. I don't need you for anything, right? This is my money. This is my own. This is my. And there's no we. That's what we're seeing nowadays. So I think with your mom, her mentality was, it doesn't matter how much you make because we're a team player. But the women nowadays don't have that mentality. The majority of them that we're seeing, because that's what men are complaining about. Now there are some that are like, okay, they can differentiate. Okay,
can I say
go into the relationship and you can be like, okay, I this is my role. This is what I bring to the table. This is what you bring to the table. But a lot of men aren't seeing that.
Now, can I say something here, right?
Yeah, because
if you go into a situation treating all women that same way, that the bad ones are acting, then you're gonna keep getting that same reaction back too. So that's what's wrong with the situation, is that you carry your trauma with you to your next situation, and that's what keeps coming back because you keep that circle going, and that's not how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? My mama ended up in a toxic relationship because she wasn't expected to be nice and sweet and generous and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We lived in the projects in Chicago, and she was still the same person. We lived in the projects in Brooklyn because she could save money and do all of that shit. She did everything. She taught people how to keep their money straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm never broke because of what my mother taught me. You know what I'm saying? But having that toxic masculinity is not always. That's not always. You can't judge everybody
Yeah, but
because of one past situation that you
have to
saw.
understand that's your experience. I was raised by my father and my mother. So you have to understand, I know what a husband looks like. I know what a provider looks like because he's the one who taught me how to do it. Not only that, I've seen it. I'm an entrepreneur because of him, because he had a limousine service. I seen him go hustle and do it. That matter of fact, he would bring me along on some of the things. And not only that, sometimes I had to wash the car. And that's what I'm saying. Like you're speaking
So,
on
but
your
that doesn't say disrespect the woman that got her own.
who said I was disrespecting? I would never
You
disrespect.
saying you would never work with your wife is a complete disrespect. Because what if she gets rich
How is that
afterward? What if?
That's a choice.
But
How is that
why?
disrespectful?
Because all of a sudden she's going to turn into something. Because all of a sudden she's going to turn into something that you don't like.
No, what if it's something that I don't care to do. I like to curve my own. I'm a man at the end of the day. I'm a provider. I'm gonna get my own. I'm a hunter.
Brother.
Yeah, but why can't you build y'all? But y'all in a relationship, build y'all.
How is that disrespectful?
Yo, not being able to come together and work together is a level of disrespect to me.
No.
Yeah. To me. I made a statement. I made a complete statement.
That's not I don't find that to be disrespectful at all. So what, you're gonna divorce me if I don't come work for your company? That's bullshit.
No, that's not what I said. But the fact that you are you gonna divorce her? Are you gonna divorce her? Are you gonna divorce her because she earned millions after y'all got together?
Or if she don't want to sit
What
at
I'm
home,
saying is that you're saying like if I had,
or if she decides she don't want to sit at home.
Hold on. Don't move the goalposts. Let's stay with the disrespect, because you have to have malice. I don't have malice. I'm not hating on her. I'm not trying to compete with her or anything like that. I just want to have my own.
What if she just a better DJ than you?
Okay, she's just a better DJ than me.
And she making more money. You know what I'm saying? She killing it.
Okay.
She got her own radio station, or show area, all that.
Okay.
And you can't do the same. And she asked you become DJ with her.
Anything like that. It's just I'm allowed to not do that.
But I asked you a question. What if she asked, "Yay, let's just do this company together, and you DJ with me"? But she started it first.
No. No. I already have my own company.
And that's why I said this. And again, we listen to the diction and the words that we say. I specifically said, she said, "Come work with me." I didn't say for me. I said with me. As a couple, with should always be in your motherfucking vocabulary. Always.
Well, first you had said.
No. See, but there was.
I'm talking
listen
about
to what. See,
you did say four. You did say.
Yeah,
four.
but you didn't answer that question just now. You just answered.
I did. I said no.
Yeah, but I asked, and then I just said, okay, what if she earns millions because she's a better DJ than you, and she starts earning millions, and she says, "Come work with me." That's exactly what I just said.
That's exactly what he just said.
I'm talking about the first time. I'm not saying.
But you can't just keep. All right, you can't keep doing it so it fits your situation. I asked you a question and you answered it again as a no, and I said with. I made a statement. If you're going to listen to every word that said, then you have to listen to every word that is said. I specifically asked you with. I said that, and you're still not changing it. You're still doubling down. Like, that is a problem. That is a chemical imbalance. It's a chemical imbalance if you can't work with your spouse.
I can work with my spouse.
You just said no, though. You just said no.
For my spouse, I'm not going to work.
That's not. See, no. See,
now
you're moving the goalposts. I just asked. Did everybody hear me say with? I know I said with.
Right?
I said with.
So with my spouse, I don't know. I don't think so. No.
Why can't you work with your spouse?
If she has with my spouse, if she has a successful rate or whatever or something like that, if I see a good track record, yeah, we can work together. We can do sets together. I don't mind that.
So she just
I don't mind that.
she won't work with her because she ain't got a track record set up yet.
No,
I
he's
gotta
only
see
talking
something.
about
I'm all
one
about outcome.
specific track. He's talking about one specific thing. He's not talking about company wide. He's not talking about let's build this as a king and queen.
What track?
Y'all don't even. Why are we even doing this fight? Why are you even fighting with him and you know him? Let's not do this with this black ass.
Cause I can't.
just saying.
Cause you know what? You want to know why? Cause Love Bug,
Back and
he
forth.
talks to me because I'm beta, right? I know I'm always a work with person. I'm a work with everybody type person. So
And
so
I'm alpha,
he
and I'm not.
argues with me because for me it's a level of disdain. It's a level of I would never do what you do. Like I'm wrong for feeling that way. You know what I'm saying?
I never said that you
That's
was wrong for feeling that way.
Listen
I
to what
never
I
said
said.
that.
Listen to what I said.
like that.
There
I
was a
say
word
that all the time.
that like is not saying that you said that specifically. I said the word like, which is like it's a problem.
Go ahead, Jersey. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't personally, if my wife is rocking and she need me to step in and do something, I'm there.
Hey, go
If
get
my
your bag together.
You know what I'm saying? I expect that bag to come home with us. Not
Exactly.
okay, you gotta pull a bag from here, I gotta pull a bag from here. And that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? And just like, and I want you to realize something that you said, Kate. You said you never want to compete against your wife, right?
That's competing.
That's competing.
Mhm.
If she already has a company and you specifically got to go out and do another company, you are taking bread out of her pocket. She's taking bread out of your pocket. That's competing.
Wait, hold on. No. Because it would be for her. What are you talking about?
How is it for her?
If I'm paying the mortgage, if I'm paying the goddamn light bill, if I'm paying a majority of the bills, she doesn't have. That means her money. She can use that for herself. She can take trips with her friends or whatever.
Hold on. K-Dot, remember, she's a better DJ than you, so she's taking all the jobs and you ain't getting none.
That works.
Thank you.
Okay. No. He's like, how is
So
that?
So K-Dot, I think what he's trying to say is, okay, what he's trying to say is if you guys are married, he's talking about marriage now, right?
And I did say marriage. I said marriage. I said wife.
Married. If you guys are married, and let's say I'm making, my company starts doing really good. I'm making $2 million a year, throwing out number $2 million in a year, and my husband is working a job. He's making about 75, 80,000. He ain't doing terrible, but it's like, hey, babe, we can do better if we come together and we can get the bag bigger this way. Like, would you consider that? Is what he's saying. If you guys are married,
that's fine. I think it'd be pretty dope to put on shows. Two DJs is better than one. And
it's only when I ask the question that it's a problem.
We need you to explain for Katie
from
all
a beta
the time.
male standpoint, and I don't understand that.
It ain't even.
I don't need to be in control. I just need to play my role.
That's fine, dude, and I respect that. But
what people don't understand, and what people don't understand is that no matter what role I'm in, I'm still doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting nobody down to build my network up. I'm still going to do my thing regardless. You know me. You know what I'm saying? I've always hustled, and I'm gonna always be a hustler. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to look at I'm not going to look down on, you know what I'm saying? Yo, we not going to be working together because, you know what I'm saying? Because I need to be doing everything for this household. That's a toxic masculinity. That is definitely a toxic masculinity.
If I want to provide everything for my family and make sure that my wife has least worries as far as doing it to where that she can be.
Yeah, but if you telling her she can't have dreams, that's more of a problem.
Jers, wait. Okay. What I'm saying is not toxic masculinity. That's bullshit. That's a fucking bullshit answer. And it's fucking wrong. And I'm telling you right now, because I don't want to put as much weight on her shoulders as so she can operate in a femininity form of mind. It's not
Why is it that because she has a job, she can't be feminine?
Like
what?
a lot of men have this narrative or thought that it's not a lot of hard work to maintain a household and to take care of children.
And you do that for free.
Artists.
Way
That's the most important job there is.
That's for free.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Try to devalue that whole situation because being a housewife, I feel like is 10 times harder than getting up and going to a fucking 9 to 5.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wait, okay, so let's stay there.
And you work more hours for less money.
And by you paying all the bills and all that shit, that's all fine and good. But at the same time, she's working her ass off at home, so you're not making it any easier for her just because you're paying the bills and you're providing. That don't mean shit.
I guess what I'm saying is that women will also combat this and being like, okay, well, I work a full-time fucking job and all this type stuff. I don't feel like fucking cleaning for you and being very masculine, saying something that I have to work a full-time. I have to do this, knowing damn well y'all had a prior conversation and saying, no, you don't have to do this.
Okay,
and
so
we had
if your woman is your partner, and it's 50-50, regardless, it ain't shit.
I don't do the 50-50 thing.
They
I don't do the
70-30. It ain't 80-20.
That's the thing. I don't do the 50-50 thing.
Are you like, do you not like to add, like, it's not okay to accept help from your woman because she's a woman?
No, I think it's okay to accept help from my woman. I don't have a problem with that. But what I'm saying is that I don't want that to be the excuse for her to not do her wifely duties. That's what I'm saying. Because when my mother,
so why do you assume that would be an excuse?
My mother worked a full-time job, but she never neglected her wifely duties. Now, there were some times that she was sick and all that, and my dad stepped in and did whatever he needed to do, which is totally fine, which you should do as a husband. If your wife is not your mother, if your wife is
your wife is not your mother, your wife is your
no, that's not no.
Your wife is your better half. She's your strength when you're weak. You're her strength when she's weak. You guys are together. You guys become one unit. You don't have this. You should. Well, I'm not going to say you don't have. You shouldn't have this narrative of you fulfill your womanly or your wifely duties, and I do what I want. I do my manly thing, by paying the bills, and then you take care of this house. No, at the end of the day, we're not in the 1800s. We're not in that. Those times.
Well, let's go there. Right? You said we're not in the 18. Hold on.
Independent.
We're not in the 1800s, but let me ask you a question right now. Were we in the 1800s? Were we more weren't we the highest married, even though we were going through slavery? All different all those type of things. But in this particular modernized world, our marriage rate is incredibly low, and you can check that out on blackdemographics.com.
Well,
that's that. So what I'm saying is that hold on.
That's because they're marrying bad bitches.
Real quick, because we had this whole feminist movement, which was started in 1862, and who was that by? White women,
right?
And they also poisoned the minds of our black women in the 1960s during the Civil Rights Act. Correct? Okay, right or wrong?
I'm just gonna say this. This modern day and age that we live in, the reason why women feel like they're not, and I'm gonna speak on this term. The reason why black women feel like they are not in a position to be looked at as, the beautiful queens that they should be looked at, is because the males have we continue to put them behind us. We continue to step in front of them instead of putting them on our side and walking with them and giving them equal rights as us. So in saying that, your woman does not understand when you are angry at something because she's behind you. Your woman cannot see when she does something that you are proud of or that makes you smile because you're ahead of her, or she has to be behind you. So how is she to know, what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what makes you feel a certain type of way, if at all times the only thing that you do is you want to lead? Sometimes it's okay to allow your woman to lead, and your word as the man, if you are the man and you are that man in her life, once you say your word, that's law. Allow her to drive the car, allow her to do that without feeling demasculated, without feeling dehumanized, without feeling belittled, because that's your woman. That's your woman. So
you're definitely right.
You guys, okay, you're both right on with your perspectives. Ebony's husband, I think, is Richard. You're right. DJ, you're right in your sense. And the reason why I say this is because how DJ grew up, he visually saw what he felt like, okay, this is the type of marriage that I want. I saw my mother and my father do X, Y, and Z. They stayed married for this long. Now, and he's okay. He's entitled to like what he likes. And he's also man enough to say, you know what? Because I know that I probably couldn't do what it is that Jersey was, the question that he posed, he probably said, hey, I'm not going to date or deal with this type of woman because I know that that's not what I want. And I think that that's fair. But also, on the other hand, Richard and Ebony have their relationship going the way that they're going, works pretty well for them. And he allows her to do X, Y, and Z. She allows him to do X, Y, Z, and it works for them. Yeah. So I think people just need to find what works for them. Not getting rid of all the traditions. I think some traditions are great, but we do live in a time where you do have to have two incomes. You know what I'm saying? But just going forward, just knowing that in relationships, you're supposed to flow like water. It's supposed to be fluid. You're supposed to move as one unit when you get married.
I agree. And
Because
I'm
KD,
just saying,
you're gonna make a great husband to somebody.
And that's what I'm just saying for me. I'm talking about, and that's what I'm saying.
He's definitely talking about to him on
for him.
A lot, and this is what I'm saying. A lot of black women attack Cam Newton for his statement, though. You know what I'm saying? It was black women who attacked Cam for his statement, and so I'm on the same ideology as him, because we actually I know what a husband is because I've been raised by one.
But there's also a lot of black women. Statistically, the majority of our black women are single mothers, and they're on the system. Because I'm in the English class, so I'm writing a paper on this. I'm doing a lot of statistics. Okay. We're single mothers. We're the lowest. The men don't even want to marry us.
They don't
at this point. And so
it says 1 in 4. 1 in 4 actually. 1 in 4 and 1 in 4 of black women were married. That's sad.
And what's really sad is, yes, we have this independent mindset, and yes, we have this feminine music movement, and everything is so beautiful. But you heard Beyonce singing about independent woman, but I bet she ain't going home talking about I'm not going to cook.
Exactly.
I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z. I bet she goes home and caters to her man the way that she sees fit. So there has to be some conversation that has to be had, because
she also has a song that says "Cater to You." She also has a song saying "Cater to You."
And black women have since gone back onto the internet 20-something years or 50 years later.
And weren't they just recently? Let's stay there. And weren't they just recently bashed for that shit? Maybe a few months.
Those black women.
They were trying to cancel Destiny's Child, and I'm like, wait a minute, they ain't even together.
Recently. So my thing
Fuck
is
Destiny's Child.
But there has to be a give and take balance. Like, we can't go into a mindset saying I'm so independent, because first of all, the only thing men want is they want to feel like they are needed, in a sense. I can't go into a relationship saying I don't need you, I could do this on my own. Okay, sis, how does that work out for you? You don't need anybody. That's great. But being a man coming into your life and you coming into their life, you're supposed to be an asset to one another, right? You're adding something of value to one another. So this whole independent mindset is causing a lot of our women to be single for life. They 50, 60 years old, sitting at home watching everybody else married.
And with a dog. With a dog.
With cats. They got cats. They got
cats.
cats.
Cats too.
Like, look at Middle Eastern
And two
women.
dogs. Two dogs, maybe.
Yeah, and two
But
dogs.
that's the thing, and I know Kevin Samuels get a lot of shit for this comment as far as buy a dog, die alone. Well, a few of my aunts did, unfortunately, and they had. And it's sad, and it's just like, damn, and it's crazy because one of my aunts, this dude was rocking with her for and she just put him in the friend zone. He would come home because she lived with my grandmother at one point in time, and her friend I'm not going to say his name, but a high school friend of hers, they knew each other for years. And so he would do things for her. They were go to the movies together. They would always hang out. He would always be in her room, all that type stuff, but would never. And I think he tried to even propose to her, but she denied it or something to that effect. But she never gave him that chance because I was just like, this dude is a good fucking dude. From what he displayed to the family anyway. I don't know what was their inner workings or anything like that. But what I'm saying is that I'm starting to even see posts, and correct me if I'm wrong, but there's posts now I'm seeing on Facebook that on other platforms. Well, why aren't men approaching us? Why aren't men obsessed over us anymore? Why? I'm fine as shit. Why ain't men approaching or saying or well,
where am I at in this world? Because I don't have any of these fucking problems.
But I'm just saying. But just imagine when some and there's just imagine when men just don't fuck with you, do not talk to you, and won't, because if we ask you to smile, it's a fucking problem. But you want us, but you feel like you want us to protect you. That's a problem. We ask you, hey baby, why don't you smile? Fuck you. I don't have to motherfucking smile at you. Whoa, well, I was just I have to see.
You never know what's going on.
See, now that's a different stupidity, bro. That doesn't mean that she's modern. That means she's stupid.
In somebody's life, you have to take that in consideration.
No, I'm not saying
because you
I'm
can't
saying,
have
but what I'm
two girls in a row and they both be like,
women aren't approachable.
But what I guess
know,
what I'm
but
saying
I don't
is,
want to believe that.
I thought that men
Well, I
weren't
guess-
approaching us because of the Me Too moment, and they scared that we gonna get them with sexual.
This is a very litigious time, yo. We live in a very litigious time.
Look, I'm a manager. I'm a manager at where I work, and that's one-on-one. You do not call a woman beautiful. You don't look at her a certain way, because that they can always be like, well, he made me feel some type of way. I felt weird. I felt uncomfortable because he stared at me or he glanced at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, no. You stay clear away from that shit. Like, why am I not being approached? And I see it all the time now on posts now. Why am I not being approached? Why am I not, like, damn, I remember some girl there, she was very, very attractive, and she was used to having dudes holler at her, right? All the time. Just felt better. But she felt some type of way about me because I didn't holler at her. Like, well, wait a minute. And this is exactly what her words were. She was just like, well, why you ain't holler at me? I'm a bad bitch. And I'm like, okay. And that means what to me? That means what?
It was
you see all this, you see this ass, you see these titties. Okay. You look great.
That's just stupidity, bro. That's just not a modernized woman. That is a woman who feels like her looks are the only thing that she has to offer. But
I'm talking about the women that are living in this modernized world think that way. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Most.
See, thank you. I am so happy that you made that change, yo.
Yeah, not all, but most. I would say most.
But you know what I'm saying? But that's not a you know what I'm saying? That's not a true, because I've dated a woman who really had her own money that made my shit look little. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't our problem wasn't the fact that she wasn't nice, sweet, and all of that shit. Our problem is I can't be back and forth to Dubai like she can. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got kids, so I got to take care of my responsibilities. So, you know what I'm saying? But You know what I'm saying? Every time she's back in town, we holler.
We gonna wrap this. So I wanted to I have another video, and then that'll be the last video, and then we're gonna wrap it up with final thoughts on this. And I appreciate y'all for being on the panel. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all.
I'm sorry, can I interrupt real quick?
Yes.
I gotta step away. Mommy duties are calling. So
okay, well, I appreciate you being on the show, Keisha.
Yeah.
Keep doing
Thank
what
you
you're doing.
guys.
I hope
It's nice.
I hope
Hey, K-Dot, I need you to get more light-skinned friends, yo. Everybody on this mug was dark-skinned except for me.
I'll work on that, Jerry.
Shut up. I'm not that dark.
Y'all niggas, listen.
This is light skin.
Who light skin?
Play piano.
My sister. Love Bug.
We ain't about to do this with him.
Love Bug light skin compared to Nigerian, she light skin. But she
he want that piss color. He talking about that piss color yellow.
Yeah, I need to see some more motherfucking Ritz crackers in this motherfucker.
You want to see Casper or something? What the fuck?
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got me feel. I felt
my son in the other room. So.
I'm gonna get off. I hope you guys will have me back because I love this. This is awesome.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time? Did you have a good time?
You guys are all awesome people. Yeah. Next time I'm gonna have my fiance join. He's gonna have a haircut next time.
Haircut.
All right, cool.
Get your haircut.
And here's the thing, I want you to share.
Now I'm looking like
if
Chris.
you can share the show. Tell your friends about it.
Okay.
Again, is there any business that you do you want to shout out or anything like that? Is there something that you want people to contact you on as far as, because we got people in the audience watching?
No, not really. I mean, just you can follow me on Facebook and I'm not cool. I'm a square, so I don't have a lot going on, but hey.
I fuck with the squares. I love squares. I'm a square too. So
I do want to join again because, like I said, I love the content. I love having these dialogues with other people and hearing other people's point of view. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hold you to your word because I'm gonna need you to back on because I actually want to discuss your video. So we'll bring you back on. Hopefully next. We'll do it next week. So.
Okay.
I did make that video. That was a good video. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I
spoke to my soul. I was in church when she was preaching. God, Jesus, thank you.
He sure was in church. That's why I had to get a better understanding because that dick was hard, and I was like, no.
She had me speaking in tongues. I should have bought a Honda.
It's just my weed.
Nigga, did you just say I should have bought a Honda?
I should have bought a Honda. Right?
Yeah, but you guys have a good weekend.
Just like I'm gonna punch you in the face.
You too. Have a good evening.
All right.
I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, y'all. We got one last video. Okay. Rodar, do you have that queued up? And it's about fuck boys and the reason why. Matter of fact, what's the title say of that video? Rodar.
I still don't like that.
It's why
fuck
men
boys are compared to
become
bad
fuck
bitches.
boys and why it's very damaging.
Hold on, Jersey, we can't hear. What'd you say?
It's why men become fuck boys and why it's very damaging.
Okay. Let's go ahead and play the video, y'all.
Come boys. The answer might be a total shock to you, so make sure you watch this video till the end. Hey guys, I'm Alex Grendy, a men's sex coach here to help you overcome performance anxiety in the bedroom and become the best lover you can be. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you can stay up to date with all of my new videos. Also, be sure to click the link in the description to get my free training on how you can last as long as you want in the bedroom and pleasure any woman in ways she'll never forget. Okay, so let's jump right into it. Fuckboy is such a popular term these days, especially with online dating. It's a term women throw around all the time when they're referring to men that they've been dating or seeing or sleeping with. To me, I really don't like the term, and I think women are overusing it and further contributing to the problem at hand. So first, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to define what I think is a boy. There are so many different definitions online that are really horrible, and they're about men who do really horrible things to women. But like I said, for the sake of this video, I'm going to define a boy as someone who is only interested in having sex with women and is unwilling and not interested to be in a committed relationship. Also, before we jump into this video, I just want to share my own personal opinion that I think casual sex and a one-night stand can still be a beautiful, deeply connected, intimate experience. It has this really negative stigma that it's like a mistake and it was just one night, but it doesn't have to be that way. If you are meeting people with intention and your intention is to have casual sex, there's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're being open and honest with good communication, if those intentions are aligned, I think it can make for an amazing experience. And I've certainly had them myself, and I really enjoy them. So I just want to share that there's nothing wrong with engaging in casual sex when it's aligned, when there's open communication and everything is upfront. But if you're only looking for casual sex, then I think that there are some deeper pieces to look at. So why did guys become boys in the first place? Well, first of all, the messaging that we receive as men is everyone tells us that all men want to do is they think with their dicks, they're assholes, all men are pigs, all they think about is sex. This is the messaging we're told since we're young boys, that this is the way men are. Also in the media, so many cool men are portrayed as these guys who sleep with a lot of women. Like the more women you sleep with, the cooler you are. Whether this is in movies, TV shows, music, it's everywhere. Everyone is telling men that all you want to do is have sex.
Give my heart to woman, not for nothing, never happen. I'll be forever macking. Hardcore assassin.
I'm 13 years old, and I thought it was the coolest song ever, you know, and it's all about sleeping with as many women as you can, never having a girlfriend or a wife, and just having sex with as many women as possible. When you're constantly hit with this message as a man, it's confusing. It starts to become, okay, this is how I'm supposed to be. I should want to have sex with anything that moves. That's what everyone's telling me. So why aren't I feeling that way? You know, I need to try to be like that. This becomes a pressure of like, okay, now a woman wants to sleep with you. Well, you're a man. You should want to have sex with her. So there's this pressure that just because a woman wants to have sex with you, that because you're a man, you should do it. And I've even had women say to me, you know, who are trying to have sex with me and pressuring me to have sex with them, like, what are you, gay? Like, why do you not want to have sex with me? You're a man. Like, you should want you should want to sleep with me. I have to say, growing up as a young man, it's so hard not to believe this. Like every part of me was like, oh, the only point of going out is to sleep with women. And it's so much cooler to have sex with a lot of women than to be with one woman. So I just want you to understand that this is really confusing and damaging for men. Like we have this stuff imprinted on us, this idea that we're supposed to have sex with every woman who wants to be with us, and that men are supposed to fuck everyone, and men are pigs and assholes. It's like, well, if you keep telling us these things, we're gonna probably start to believe it at some point, and it becomes this norm. And I believe that that's part of what has happened here. The truth is, men want so much more than just sex, and this culture of toxic masculinity has really had a negative impact on this. Another reason why guys become boys is because they're looking for validation. They're insecure and they're not feeling worthy inside themselves. So they're looking for external sources. And when they're able to have sex with women and engage with women, then this makes them feel desired and wanted and worthy. It's an interesting thing because a lot of these guys who are boys are quite confident on the outside. They're confident in their ability to pick up women and sleep with women. But deep down, there is a real serious insecurity of not feeling good enough for women, actually, and not feeling good enough for themselves. And when these guys are not fully loving themselves and not accepting themselves and where they are at as men, that's when they look to these external sources. And oftentimes, they'll look to sex for that validation and for that way of feeling good in themselves. Another reason why some guys can become boys is because they have some deep pain and emotional distress that they're not willing to deal
He's saying
with,
the same
and they're
shit over and
using
over.
sex as a distraction to not deal with this pain. When these guys are just really not ready to face that pain, they're not ready to deal with the emotions, that's when they're gonna go out and look for a distraction. That could be drugs, alcohol, but oftentimes it can be sex or a combination of all of them. And yeah, when we don't want to deal with these deep and painful issues, then we look for these instant gratifications to just glaze over the top, pretend they're not there, and see if we can just be happy by getting these pleasures in life. It's oftentimes actually that as soon as we do feel these emotions coming up, that's when we're triggered. Okay, I need to go smoke. I need to have a drink, or I need to get on the dating apps and set up a date because I don't want to deal with that emotion, that pain. And instead, I want to use a distraction to forget that it's even there. Unfortunately, sex and women can be the preferred distraction. And with dating apps and the instant gratification of always having someone to look at and talk to and plan another date, I mean, you could just spend so many hours in this process of distracting yourself from your pain. And that just perpetuates this problem where it's so easy for guys to find new women that they tend to fall into the trap of using that distraction and not dealing with their pain. And the final reason why guys can become fuckboys is because their hearts are closed. As men, we're often told as little boys to never cry. Crying is for girls, that we shouldn't be emotional, that we're not allowed to feel. And I was certainly told this as a child, and it was a huge problem for me. And I thought I was supposed to be really cold and have a closed heart and shouldn't be available to have my heart broken. That was a protection mechanism. And when we're not able to connect to our emotions, when we're told not to cry, we're told not to feel, this really disconnects us from who we are, and it disconnects us from our hearts from a really young age. Also, depending on your experience of love from your parents, whether your parents were loving to you as a child, or if your parents showed love between each other, that will have a huge impact on your experience of love and what you're able to feel and give in partnership. If guys were never exposed to true intimacy between their parents, it's possible they just don't even know what it looks like. They don't know what it feels like. So they're just completely disconnected from that idea. So there are a lot of factors that can determine whether a man is ready to open his heart, who's ready to give love in a relationship and be able to be in a committed relationship. You know, as men, when we're told not to cry, not to show emotion, to never show weakness, being vulnerable in front of a woman and opening our hearts and being able to cry can be one of the scariest things in the world for a man. Like that is the worst possible case scenario. In reality, that is all women actually want from us, is to feel the true us, to be able to cry in front of a woman and be vulnerable. But of course, this puts you in a position of getting hurt. And as a man, when we're protecting our hearts, we really, really don't want to put ourselves in that position. So with this fear of heartbreak and closing off their hearts, there's so many men that instead of looking for love, will instead go after women that they know they don't want to be with, because that means they have no risk of getting their heart broken. So while this fuckboy type guy seems like this, oh, well, he just wants to sleep with everyone. Well, deep down inside of that is a man who's really craving love, who's craving intimacy, who wants to be able to share his heart, but he doesn't know how. So when you do meet a guy who is still only interested in casual sex, that doesn't make them a bad person. That just means they're at a stage in their life where that's what's okay for them, that's what's best for them, and they still have a lot of learning to do, a lot of self-work to do, to be able to get to a place where they feel worthy of love,
some self-work
and
for
they feel
shutting the
worthy
fuck
of
up.
a relationship and being able to give that love
Talking about his
to another
experience.
person. You know, it's not something malicious.
He's
It's not
talking about
something,
every
wow, he's
experience.
such a bad guy. Deep down, he really wants to be in a relationship. But at this moment, there's still some challenges he needs to overcome and face in order to get to that point. So please think twice before using this term again, and have some compassion for the man inside who really, truly does want to open his heart. He doesn't want to feel this way. And understand that all of these reasons why he's become a fuckboy is not fully his fault. I'm not letting men off the hook here. We still have a responsibility, and we need to tap in and understand ourselves deeper so we can love ourselves and be able to give that love 100%. But I also want women to have some insight into how these different factors have shaped us as men and have kind of put us at a disadvantage when it comes to love. And I also think women should take responsibility as well and be able to communicate openly with men about their feelings, about opening their hearts to see, are these men interested in a longer term commitment? Is it possible for them to be in a relationship? And know these things before you engage with a man if you don't want to have a one night stand or you're only interested in a relationship. Get that conversation out of the way, and you'll know if a man is capable of opening his heart, if he's able to truly look you in the eye and say, I'm looking for a relationship. So try that, and make sure that you have this open communication so you're not shocked down the line. Now, if you're a man who's ready to do some self-work and connect deeper with himself so you can become that best version of yourself as a man, click the link in the description for my free training on how you can become the best lover you can be.
I don't want to be him. I don't want to be him at all.
Hey, Jersey. I kind of fit now. I understand how old school feels. Wake me up when it's done.
Yo, I don't respect his definition of a fuckboy. I don't respect his definition of how you get to being a fuckboy. And based on his definition of a fuckboy, I am a consensual fuckboy. I'm a consensual fuckboy because right now I'm not locking down for a relationship, but I'm not going to turn down no sex that I know is good. What the fuck is wrong? No. I'm a consensual fuckboy. But the difference is I tell the truth. Listen, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I'm not putting out that relationship vibe. Now, if we have sex and it feels like you in a relationship, let me know so I can dial it back. I'm not trying to put myself in a position when I know I just got out of some shit that was actually rather toxic, and I need to clear that shit out my system before I rebound your ass. You know what I'm saying? And then if I do that and I just go right into the next relationship, guess what? Now I just created the same type of woman for somebody else when she goes to look for somebody else. So I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm smart enough to be like, and I'm going to separate the situations. Now, granted, I'm smart enough to separate what I went through and what I want to go through. And yes, eventually, I do want to be in love and happy and shit and going to dumb shit and seeing it as some happy-go-lucky shit. You know what I'm saying? But right now, what makes me happy is if she come by, we cook for each other, we do what we do, we both eat, and then, you know what I'm saying? You can spend the night, but you ain't spending the year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take that shit back home. But if it grows into something off of how we dealing with each other, I'm all for it. But I'm not chasing a relationship right now. So according to him, I'm a consensual fuckboy.
I don't like none of his little definitions of a fuck. Well, I'm not gonna say
none of them shits
because I couldn't hear too much of it because he started boring me.
Right.
And it's like at the end of the day, us as Black women, we always try to help fix our men. Okay, let's just keep it 100. As a Black woman, not as Samantha, because as a Black woman, we tend to always try to help our men. Y'all call it fixing. Some people call it fixing. I'm a lover. I want to love my man. I want to make sure my man's good all the time. All the time. Even when I'm having a bad day, when I'm sick and shit, I still do what I can to make sure that he's good, because that's just who I am as a person. So if I ask you one time, what's wrong? Are you good or whatever? You don't say nothing, your fault. You know what I'm saying? To me, he's a crybaby. I consider him a crybaby. He sounds like one of them motherfuckers that just be all the time needy or some shit.
Why aren't you talking to me?
I don't
Because
know.
I don't like you.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. Oh God.
Just say it. He makes it feels like, to me, he makes it seem like y'all would get annoyed with having to deal with his bullshit of how y'all both gonna be too emotional. Like that's
because you know what? There's days, nigga, are you bleeding too? Because
yo, I feel like he would never give y'all a chance to be emotional. Like he would always be the one that's emotional.
And that's the problem. And it's not a problem that he has emotions. And it's not even a problem that he would have more emotions than me. But damn, bro, like I don't even think that I would be able to like have a moment of me saying, "Dang, babe, I'm having an issue," because he's so emotionally fucked up.
Yeah, he always gonna be in the shower, sitting in the corner of the shower crying and shit. You just had the hardest day of your life. This nigga just got a promotion, but he's still crying and shit. Like what the
Because of stuff that happened in his past.
Hey, K-Dot, watch this. He has toxic femininity.
Wow, that's true though.
That dude has toxic femininity, and he trying to show men how to beat it.
Yeah, I don't want no. It's not to say because
he talking from a lesbian point of view.
I've watched men cry. I've watched my dad cry, and it never made me feel like my dad was less of a man because he cried.
Right.
And we were just my niece is 12, and she was in the car listening to this, and she was like, "Dang, he sounds like my dad. He's a crybaby," and she's 12. That emotional shit that's fucked up in you, that's what you need to get counseling for. People like that need to get counseling.
He need therapy. He need therapy. So you know what I'm saying? He shouldn't be training nobody else to be what he is.
Cause and I've been with all. I haven't been with all type of men like sexually, but I've been with different personalities as far as relationships. So I'm not the one to say, nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that motherfucker, I couldn't do him. I don't do white boys anyway, but I couldn't do him. Definitely not.
That was a white girl. That was in.
That's a damn shame.
It was. Ebony, what did you think?
I mean, to be honest, I agree with what y'all saying, but like, I was just like, I got bored. Maybe like 2 minutes in, and I kind of stopped paying attention a little bit.
She said 10 minutes in, like it was 45 minutes.
Significantly shorter, for sure.
I feel like he's sitting there rubbing his feet together with his socks on and shit. Like he just
twiddling his thumbs.
Telling you.
College, like, I don't know. It was. There was some things that I was like, okay, maybe, but no, I don't agree. I don't agree with a lot of the things that he was saying, at least that I heard. So I think he needs to go ahead and just take that video down.
Can we agree that being a fuckboy actually means that men are fucking women over in the process? Like, probably leading them to believe that there is going to be a relationship and then fucking other bitches.
I
Like,
say that, but
or other women, my fault.
That makes you a fuckboy. Okay, so me as a woman, as a single mom, as a black woman, as a woman, a fuckboy to me is anybody that's not doing what the fuck they are supposed to be doing in life. period. Meaning you're not taking care of your kids, nigga. You're not taking care of yourself.
Right.
That's a fuck boy.
Right. And one that is just deliberately manipulating women for sexual favors and then dogging them out.
And
Those-
talking about he gonna flip your income tax check and all that shit.
That's a fuck boy. Because bet
All
nobody
right.
to me and say no shit like
That's manipulative. He's narcissistic. He's a liar. And then
He ain't paying no bills.
fucks everybody over. Right.
that's a fuck boy. Right. And that's what people need to understand.
Right.
Sex, just fucking on different bitches don't make you a fuck boy.
They don't. That just makes
That's
you.
not what makes you a fuck boy. I don't consider. I got a Larry Evans. He's a fuck boy. Okay. There's real fuck boys out here. Fuck boys that ain't taking care of their kids. Fuck boys that's paying for pussy and not paying child support.
Right.
Fuck boys like that. Those are fuck boys. Fuck boys that's calling my phone, asking for ass and wanting to pay for some ass instead of paying that damn child support.
Random,
Fuck boys.
random unsolicited dick pics for no reason to just
Early in the morning, them is fuck boys.
fuck boys.
If I don't fuck with you, I don't want to see it. Nobody wants to see a picture of your dick first thing in the morning.
Right.
Nigga, because you're not going to get a picture. You're not going to get a pussy pic.
Right. I think that's what they hope for. Or they hope for us to be like, ooh, yeah, ooh.
Yeah.
They need to start. They need to start messing with them scammers that be on like WhatsApp and shit because they send out pussy pics all the time. Them bitches, it don't be they pussies, but they be sending them out.
But I think I start doing, and I started doing it as of recently, seeing it on TikTok. A whole bunch of them, but I do get enough of them to the point where I actually started sending them back.
When I was on the show, I want to say it wasn't last week, but the week before I was on the show, and they were asking me, the question was, what was the question, KD? You was actually that show that we did, and I was like being real quiet.
Oh, what was the question?
I wasn't answering questions on that last show we did.
Yeah. What was the question on that?
There was literally guys.
Like the subject matter?
Yeah.
Road Dog, you remember?
It was like
I wasn't here on the last show.
I cannot
no. Remember when Samantha was like really quiet?
Well, she got that connect on her. Look at my daughter's face. She's like, "Oh
What?
hell no, that ain't my mama."
Yeah, it's only on. It's the modem. I think it's an outage because I'm looking. Oh, my fault, y'all. Hold on.
No, I was.
It's like I send them back now. So I will go on the internet and find a random, and I will flood they whole inbox with just random dick videos, dick pictures.
Yeah.
No, KD tagged me. And people were talking about jacking off, watching me on your show, jacking off and shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. She told me that, and I'm just like, oh shit, I didn't know that happened.
And they asked me a question on the show, and I was just like, I'm not answering this shit right now because you niggas are literally in my inbox playing with your dick and talking about something.
Weren't we talking about
jacking off to you?
We were talking about sex, right?
We were talking about something, and I was like, hell no, I'm not answering those questions because first of all, I was with my babe.
That's right. That's right.
We can't be doing that.
Yeah. So that's when you was at the hotel with
damn, yeah.
What's your name?
I like that.
I mean, I didn't mean it in that way. I mean, you were at a hotel. Like,
can you tell Jeffrey he's at a birthday party? Yeah, that's when I was at the hotel.
Relationship, y'all. It wasn't no random nigga. It was her man. Okay, so when I say hotel, I don't mean it like that. I want to be clear.
And it was better than the Holiday Inn. Okay,
oh Lord, just have mercy. But anyway, so I felt that I wanted to share. Did everybody get the answer?
Yeah,
Yeah, we all said
conversating.
we fell asleep, took a nap for the last 10 minutes
I had,
of the 13-minute
I'm
video.
sorry, I had got a call from a I still do my civil rights, and it was a call from a concerned citizen. So I had to take. I felt that I needed to take that call.
That's fine. That video was garbage. He was garbage. His thoughts are
you didn't like
garbage.
the video?
Hell no. None of us like the fucking video.
He could have took everything he said, condensed it down to a minute and a half, and we would have got the same information.
Right. That's what I was like. Way too long.
Are you saying? So basically, he was a little too long-winded.
That's not just it, Katie.
Well, not only long-winded, he was repeating himself over and over and over again.
Because he's trying to justify his bullshit.
Well, I
That's
don't think
what happens when you try to justify your bullshit. You repeat yourself in different ways to justify your bullshit.
I guess what I got from the video was.
Oh, you watched?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay, I got a question.
Yes.
How did you stay awake?
Right.
I need to learn that trick.
And it was early in the morning. I've been up since six this morning doing the videos and
you still want to talk about it?
I guess I have a new one that I need to put on my soundboard of snoring. Just saying.
That would be funny though. That would be.
Handle that.
I guess how I felt about the video was basically that he was hurt. Not him, but. I mean, fuck boys are hurt people. You know what I'm saying? They don't take accountability for their shit, and hurt people kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? He was usually fuck boys are mostly not intelligent at all. They're really narcissistic. Really, to tell you the truth, but he was telling you how they got to that particular place. Everybody has a story.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is he crying for?
It can take one woman to make a fuck boy. It really can. I mean, especially if if he was really feeling that woman and really in love with that particular woman, it could take one woman to really fuck up a dude, and to where that. Now I'm just gonna use women as
but
property.
That's the same for women. But y'all don't want to. We gotta be bitches and hoes.
No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that that person needs to be healed. He don't need to be around no fucking body. You know what I'm saying? That man needs to get the healing and the proper therapy that he needs, so he does not affect other people as far as fuck boys. It's just saying it's kind of like a criminal, like if somebody robs a car, right, or not rob, I mean steals a car, right, and go give it to a chop shop so he can get money from it. Well, what was his economic status? What was his resources? What was his upbringing? All those types of things. You got to factor those particular things. Yes, he's still gonna pay for that particular crime, but how do you correct his behavior? You correct his behavior by providing resources to where it'll be hard for him to do that. You know what I'm saying? If he's what, you don't agree with that?
Katie, no, fuck the dumb shit. Let's quit playing. At the end of the day, everybody's responsible for their motherfucking self. They feel and everything. So his version of a fuck boy. I don't give a fuck what happens to you as a kid. You know what I'm saying? How you grow up is how you grow up. There's shit that happened to me as a kid. Okay?
All right.
Yeah, I'm not running around here saying, not doing all that dumb shit. I hold my shit together. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, because I got to be responsible for myself because I'm fucking grown. I'm not crying. He's crying. He's literally sitting on there crying because of what shit he been through, and that's why they act the way they act. What about? Didn't we just have a conversation on the shit? Nope. Hold on.
Okay.
We just had a conversation about. I think it was the first show I joined. We had a conversation about.
Okay.
About people that we would fuck with versus people we wouldn't fuck with, something like that. Whatever. You wouldn't fuck with a bitch like me, and yes, I'm saying bitch, y'all, because now this motherfucking boy done got me all the way up there. You wouldn't fuck with a bitch like me, I fell asleep too. You would fuck with a bitch like me, and I've been through a lot of shit because of the shit that I've probably been through, and how you feel about my mental status. I would not fuck with a person like him. I'm looking at his mental status. That he's fucked up. He needs to get help. That should have been the conversation. Go get help. So instead of playing that fucked up dumbass video, you should have found a different one. You should have found a different
what
video.
I'm not saying to get with. No, those are the people that you stay away from. But what I'm saying is that if you have
not a fuck boy. He's using sex. He's saying sex. A one night stand don't make you a one night stand. He's having one night stands because he got hurt in his life. We don't consider.
No. He also said that the other person they were in agreement to have a one night stand, and it could be a beautiful experience. I guess.
Yeah, but he also said that. He also said that too. All I'm saying is, God forgive me because I love all the people of the world. But a fuck boy is a motherfucker that is not taking care of what he's supposed to take care of. That's a fuck boy.
I agree.
But all the fucking part, that's the fuck don't mean literally fucking. Okay, it's just fuck boy. You're not taking care of what you're supposed to take care of. He's on a whole different level with his emotional.
Yeah, but you also have to indicate that being a fuck boy, you're most likely to be. Sam, you also have love, but you also got to have to take an indication that that a fuck boy is also strictly irresponsible. He's irresponsible. Emotionally
irresponsible. Take care of his shit.
Yeah, so you have to tie those talking points to where he's just fucking everything that has goddamn legs. But the reason why he's doing that is because it's easier for him to do that so he can protect his heart, because that's why he fuck. And he also said he specifically fucks with women that he doesn't want to be in a relationship with. He purposely seeks out women that he might not necessarily find attractive, but he can just fuck them and then leave them, because it's easier that way. Because if he fucks a woman that he knows who's most likely a good woman, to him, it's more of an excuse for him to get away with it or do the action, because he doesn't feel the same way for her as he feels for him.
Well, he just sounds like a big ass crybaby to me.
But what I'm saying is that we go back to we're not allowed to be vulnerable. We're not allowed.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
He's trying to tell you how what it is. And then you just be like, shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear that shit.
No, because we nurture. Black women nurture anyway. We're natural nurturers, so we nurture anyway. But that nigga bleed more than me.
But he didn't even necessarily said it was him. He just said it was.
I don't care. He's crying for the rest of them. It's a cry out for help. Somebody help that boy, because that motherfucker is ill.
The milk.
Man, I'm telling you.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
But
it starts from. I mean, nobody's born a fuck boy. That shit is taught. That's you know what I'm saying? That you can't be born a fuck boy. Like I'm sure everybody, you try to be a good person as much as you can. Something happened to you, you carry that hurt and that pain in the next relationship or situationships that you have, and you screw over other people.
It's important to heal before you get into any kind of situationship or relationship first.
Right. And I don't justify fuckboy actions, is what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is I understand why. Why
can't I have a man like you because of how I am right now?
Fuck boys get into relationships.
Because this is some real life shit. Because KD, You're agreeing with this. You're agreeing with this.
No, I don't. I don't fuck with fuck boys. I'm just saying I understand from a male's perspective. I understand why he became a fuck boy. Is what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right for somebody to get robbed on the street. I am because it's economic. No, listen. What I'm saying is that I understand. Doesn't mean that I agree or even respect. I understand where he's coming from because I understand. You ain't got to agree with it.
But it's just to say again, all over again, it's always the woman did this, the woman did that. Oh, so now I'm broken. And so I got to act like this because... Come the fuck.
But how? Okay.
We're not
Let's
doing
stay there.
shit to y'all. If you're
Okay, let's
actually
stay
feeling
there.
like that, you're weak as fuck.
Okay,
You're
let's
weak
stay
as fuck
there.
if you're
Let's
feeling
stay
like
there.
that.
But how many times that we hear that shit from y'all? Oh, a man did this. That's why I'm like this, and that's why I'm okay.
I don't know. I'm only going by the video. You played the video for me. I'm not going to no man talking about some you did nothing. Because fuck that. I'm going to hold my own. I'm only responsible for Samantha and what Samantha does to people. So I can't get on. I'm not about to make no video and say, oh, well, you know, it's just, you know, and nobody feeling sorry for me. Nigga, fuck that shit. I'm going to hold my shit.
Okay. All right, Road Dog, what do you think? What do you think? What did you get from it? I mean, like, what?
He agrees with us.
I totally agreed with him.
But what I'm just saying, I don't agree with. Look, I agree. Look, I'm saying I understand his point as far as why anybody would become a fuck boy. That's what I'm saying.
But I don't agree with the definition of his fuck boy.
What was his definition of fuck boy?
Men that just sleep around.
Yeah.
I think it's more than that. It's more to
That is, it was not more than that. He said men that sleep
No, I'm
around.
saying I think it's more to the definition. I think not just sleeping around.
But that was his definition.
You know what?
The definition that you agreeing to was that.
Well, no, I don't agree with the definition. I just said I understand where.
So then you, but that's and that's the thing.
I guess
that's the thing
from a sex point of view. I guess
that's the thing where we be combating because you don't listen to everything, but then you agree with part of it. You can't agree with it if you didn't hear his whole thing. His whole thing was men that sleep around are fuck boys. That's what his whole meaning was, and you were just agreeing with it.
No, I agree with that is part of what a fuck boy is, not all of it, but I understand where he's coming from because he said he's a sex coach. He said he's
but hold on. All right, so I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. I want you to understand this part, right? Okay. Let's say a man is not sleeping around. Let's just say he in a whole nother relationship and he is completely committed to that woman. Okay. But on the same note, he got 2 other kids he is not taking care of. He is still a fuck boy. It has nothing to do with sex.
Okay, so the video,
it is a lack of responsibility. That's what it is.
I know, I get it. But what I'm saying is that from his perspective, he's a sex coach. So he came about it from a sexual point of view because he's a sex coach.
And he's wrong. And he's wrong.
So
I didn't think of it like that, but he was still wrong.
He did say he was a sex coach, so he's only speaking to you. And
yeah, he sounded like he teaches lesbians though. Shit.
Oh my god!
You got me dropping cheese.
Oh my gosh.
I just told them, Larry Evans, fuck boy. Billy Liptrot, fuck boy. Okay.
I don't know none of them peoples, but
it's okay.
You know,
they gonna see. I know. I at least know one of them gonna see this. It don't bother me.
Yeah, and
right
Jersey, you're right. He is
so
wrong.
call it like you see it.
He is wrong because he doesn't. First of all, he doesn't vocalize. He doesn't vocalize the whole perspective of a fuckboy. So I will try to find a different video that generalizes the whole entire
and please
sexually.
And please make sure that shit less than 37 minutes because that shit was long and dry as fuck. Make sure he not repeating the same shit over
with the Jay-Z video.
Yo, that was it. That was it, nigga. I was in it. And I knew every word.
That wasn't long. Was that like more than 20 seconds? How long was that?
What?
13 minutes and it was 13 minutes and 13 seconds.
No. How long was the Jay-Z part?
Oh, like maybe
10 seconds.
I would say probably maybe at the most 15 seconds tops.
It was a bar and a half, but
we gotta cut that out, right? We gotta cut.
Not necessarily, because he actually referenced. He referenced that it's what he was talking about. And speaking of music, so he wasn't.
But if it connects with the algorithm, I don't know if it'll. I don't know. I might get a claim for that.
No, it wasn't. You weren't doing that for a monetary reason, like claiming the song for a monetary reason. He actually used it as an example, which is probably on his YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't know if he paid for the licensing though, dude.
Hell no, he ain't paid for the license of that song. Fuck you mean? He ain't sold enough motherfucking ain't enough people come to do his erectile dysfunction videos.
Like, when I be DJing on Facebook and I play Jay-Z, man, they turn that shit off on Facebook. Like, nope. Or Drake, man, they take that shit seriously. Jay-Z, if I play Jay-Z or fucking Drake, that's it. Live over. But guys, we are ending.
That's crazy.
We are coming to the end of the show. And I believe this was very, very healthy conversations. And I appreciate each and everybody on the show. Y'all look at the bottom right down there. Y'all see it. Y'all know it. Y'all love it. I got the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? If you love what we do on this channel, please go ahead and donate to the channel at $ DJK.123. If you love what we do over here. Not only that, we are trying to build a bigger platform. We getting Road Dogg got a new trinket and we upgrading to some stuff, sound effects, all that. He has, you know what I'm saying. But stuff costs money. You know what I'm saying. So eventually, I want to be able to pay my panel. So that's the goal, and it's not about me. It's about y'all. Y'all the stars of the show.
Okay, can y'all help me so that way I can be set and then I can help Taylor?
I don't know what, but yeah, if whatever she just said.
My Cash App. Y'all fund me. And all the way straight, I can fund him.
Well, shout out your everybody. Shout out your Cash App where they can. And I appreciate the donations for last show. I appreciate the sticker or the super chat on that. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate anything that you can give. I don't care if it's $1. You know what I'm saying? It's going toward real conversation, a real cause, and we really I'm trying to help put people I love in better positions, and you know what I'm saying, and if you support what we do, you know what I'm saying, you want to fund it. So I appreciate everybody here in the comments. Let's who was in the comments? Let's see. Cosmic comment, Tara, Mark Wilson. I want to shout out some of these people. Stephen Mazur, Meth Long here. Who else? Seduction Dog. Appreciate you being here. Who else do we have?
Sweet Peas.
Sweet Peas. Thank you. Appreciate you, Sweet Peas.
Let's see. Got 2 hats.
Thank you for being here today.
ATL Auditor.
Oh, what is truth, right? What's truth or something like that?
Yeah, What's Truth was in here. ATL Auditor. We had Rosie, Topher Life. SMR was jumped in here for a minute.
Road and Toe Show was in here too. Who else? I think I want to try to. Official ASMR audits. Appreciate you being here, brother. Appreciate you. And I think that's it. Oh no, Richard Wright was in here. DJ Nate, appreciate you.
And I do know Dixie Girl was listening.
Hustler 604, appreciate you. And what'd you say, Road Dogg?
I said, and I do know Dixie Girl was listening.
Okay, cool. Appreciate you, Dixie Girl. I appreciate you. Again, if you love what we do, just go ahead and donate at the Cash App $DJK.123. We're gonna wrap up the show, but before we go, we're gonna have everybody do final thoughts, and I'm gonna start with the host of the show, the co-host of the show. I'm sorry, Love Bug. Go ahead, mamas.
I'm a bad bitch. Take it how you want to. I got 2 baby daddies, and both of them are fuck boys, and that's that.
Is there anything that they could have learned off the show today? All right.
I ain't learned.
All right. Ebony, go ahead.
Open to learning. I am open to learning, but you can't teach something to somebody. Teach what you ain't learned.
Okay. Ebony, go ahead with your final thoughts, ma'am, about the subject.
All I'm gonna say is we need to eliminate the fuckboy narrative, the bad bitch narrative. We need to get back to being kings and queens. We need to support each other. We need to love each other, and stop always trying to be against each other. We need to build each other up as a race and as humanity. Let's leave that shit behind. Can we be kings and queens, just men and women, and come together and be what God created us to be instead of having to be all this extra shit?
Okay. All right. My brother, love you with all my heart. What's your final thought, man?
I don't even know what to say at this point. First of all, the definitions are skewed and subjective to whoever is determining them. First and foremost,
They are subjective. I would agree.
And that's it. And another thing is a fuckboy term is again given by somebody externally, not internally. So ain't nobody actually running up saying, "Nigga, I'm a fuckboy." Like no one cares about that shit. No one's doing that. And you could be a fuckboy for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I don't like you, chick. Well, you're a fuckboy. Fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it could be. You know what I'm saying? Bad bitches, some of them own it, some of them don't, some of them don't care for it. Hey, it's their lives. It is what it is. People are people. I'm gonna treat everybody the same way until they give me a reason not to treat them in a good way.
Okay.
And it is what it is. Love you all.
Love you right back, man. Road Dogg Media, what your final thoughts, sir?
I am going to back Ebony up 150,000%.
Okay. All right. My final thought is when it comes to fuckboys, I don't advocate for them at all.
Especially the ones that wear badges.
Oh, shit. Oh, Lord.
He has back one up.
Yeah, so I don't advocate for them guys at all.
Get him, Jersey. Get him.
Yeah. So,
did you just have to take a deep breath and clutch your pearls? Go ahead.
My invisible pearls. You're messing up my final thought, damn it. My final thought is avoid them at all costs, ladies. Look, there is some chameleon there are some chameleons. Same thing with serial killers. Some of them gonna be the nicest motherfuckers in the world before they cut your head off. I'll give you an example. Ted Bundy. He was actually very nice to his victims before he beat the shit out of them. Just being honest. So just just try to just try to notice red flags as soon as you fucking notice them. Also, trust your woman intuition. You know what I'm saying? You got it for a reason. Trust your woman intuition. But if I feel like if you got to be an investigator in your relationship, you should probably not be in that relationship anyway. When it comes to bad bitches, fellas, run like the motherfucking run, goddamn it, like you a damn track star. Ladies, I don't want you to have fuck boys. I want you to have good men. And fellas, I don't want you to have bad bitches. I want you to have good women.
So I gotta be single.
And young ladies, I'm gonna say this, as a man who does not like to serve time for another nigga's crime.
And does have daughters, by the way.
Yes, I do have daughters. I got 3 daughters biologically, and I still take care of one of that I found that she lied and cheated. I just want y'all to know that. So what I'm asking for is please don't treat good men like the fuck boys that y'all got rid of.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely don't want, and I promise to not treat you like the raggedy bitch that I kicked out my life. You know what I'm saying?
Period. I respect that. That's what I'm talking about.
That's real shit.
When I don't have to worry about a nigga lying to me.
High five all the way. Can we get a round of applause on that Road Dog? Can we get?
I was trying to get it to work.
I know you got that sound effect.
Okay, it's too late
It
now.
doesn't seem to be working right now.
What the fuck? Come on, Road Dog. Shit. You said it doesn't seem to be working right now.
Man.
Anyway, also, I will be doing this. I've been thinking long and hard about this. Thinking long and hard about this. And I want to help people get together. I used to hook people up in high school all the time. Matter of fact, a few of them are actually married.
You're single.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm trying to plug something real quick, man. Okay.
Come on. Let's hear
I
the
want
rest
to
of
help
the
you
bullshit.
shoot. Look, I want to help you shoot your damn shot, okay, and fucking score, okay. I haven't came up with the title of the show, but me and our and my co-host and co-panelists, we gonna help you shoot your fucking shot. If you like, there we go. That's why I love Road Dog, because he be on that shit. He be reading my brain. Okay,
Let's do it.
So this is what I want you to do, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I want you to email me at djk.theparty, and I want you to I want to hear your story. I want you to tell me, hey, I've been feeling this dude for the longest, and I don't know how to tell him. You know what I'm saying? Or I've been feeling this woman for the longest, and I want to tell. We're gonna help you do that shit, and we're gonna do that shit live. Okay? So if you
oh shit, this is gonna be so fucking fun.
It's gonna be lit in this motherfucker. Okay? How y'all feel about that, panel? I'm
down.
Will you help me?
Because I'm the relationship expert.
Will you help me? Will you help me with this?
Can't help you get a woman. You need to stop asking me because I don't know somebody. Fuck with you.
Mark, look at Mark. Mark said, "I'll pass." Mark, we'll help you too. Damn it. We'll help you too. Don't. Somebody said, Cosmic said it was an entertaining idea. Absolutely. Would y'all watch that show?
Okay, sure. Yes, they would.
Yeah, okay, there we go. We need a little encouragement. I want you again. My email is djk.theparty at
Give them advice from a
gmail.com.
bad bitch.
And matter of fact, go ahead. Did you want them to contact you too, Sam? Love Bug?
I don't care.
No. Well, just get the emails to me. Just get the
Y'all
emails
know
to me.
I'm
and
so
I'll just
ready
send
for
you.
the bullshit.
'Cause I want to help you shoot your shot. Seriously.
Okay, hold on. So my email is. Ooh, I cannot give y'all my email. Let me change my email next week. I got y'all.
Right, next week she'll have the email for y'all. All right. Also, Facebook. I know you watching right now. You can also DM me if there's a certain lady or if there's a certain gentleman that you like, and you're just maybe socially awkward or just nervous, or you just can't help. You can't really verbalize how you feel about this particular person, and you want us to help you out. We're gonna do that shit for you. Okay. Help us help you, okay? We gonna do that shit. My sister extra hype right now. Ebony extra hype right now. Jersey, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Dog, can't see him, but I'm sure he's hype right now. Okay.
This is gonna be super fun, y'all. Super fun.
So let's make this show. And this is gonna be a different, separate show, by the way. It's just branch to the relationship show. We gonna help people fall in love. That's what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do. Goddamn it. Yep, that's what we gonna do. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
If you're like KD,
According to that other dude, I'm gonna help you
on
be a
this
fuck
show.
boy. I'm gonna just
If you have
No,
KD activity, do not
see,
show
you
up.
fucking it up. You fucking it up. Put him.
hold on. But listen to what I said though. According to that other dude, I'm gonna help you be a fuck boy because apparently I'm a consensual fuck boy. That's who I am.
We're not doing that. We're gonna edit that part, Road Dog. We're gonna edit that.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm sorry to share that we're live today.
Fucked up the vibe, Jersey.
Hey, that dude fucked up the vibe when he took 38 minutes to call me a fuck boy. I don't give a fuck.
I would feel all the way disrespected too, and I'm not even a man, and I was disrespected in that whole video.
But anyway, what I'm saying.
And you know what else? He never addressed women that do the same thing.
Because it was a man platform.
I don't care. There's fuck girls out there. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, this one is a man's platform. That's why I always gotta be on here arguing and shit.
Yeah. We got a whole song called Bitches Ain't Shit Enough.
But holy shit.
I'm good with y'all.
Look at Ebony. Look at Ebony's face. Look at Ebony's face. Ebony got me cracking up.
I can't. Mark Wilson said, "I'll be a fuckboy as long as she leaves money on the stand on her way out."
$40.
Mike.
I love Mark Wilson. That's my guy.
But for sure, that's how people be acting though too.
They do though.
But like I said, if you feel the courage, you feel that you want us to help you get the lady that you want and the guy that you want, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? And tell me your story. Email djk.theparty@gmail.com. I would love to hear it. We'll bring you on the show and we'll do that shit live. You ain't even gotta say much. We'll just you know. If you want to shoot your shot, we will help you shoot your shot. Okay.
And if you want to be anonymous, it's okay.
Yeah, you can be anonymous. You don't have to show your face. You can just call into the show and you can just be anonymous. Right, Road Dog?
That's right.
Right. So
It's gonna be so lit, y'all. This is
gonna be dope. This is gonna be dope.
Boy stories.
Yeah, no fuck boys allowed. Okay.
Oh, you can't do that. You can't do that because you don't know who the fuck boy is.
Right?
Everybody's welcome to call in. Everybody's welcome to send an email. Everybody.
You know that I would say at least 50% of fuckboys don't even know they fuckboys.
Oh well, damn.
90%. 90%.
Hey, they ain't got no excuse anymore. We got the show right here. They can watch the show. We had an in-depth conversation about fuckboys and bad bitches. So I ain't got no excuse.
We gotta be nicer to fuckboys. because
And we
they're
still don't
sad
know
about their
what bad
life.
bitches are.
That's just speculation.
Very objective.
Is
I'm
it?
sorry,
You feel
subjective.
like a bad
Subjective,
bitch
like
that day,
Jersey
you're a bad bitch that day.
said. Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, we're gonna sign out. I love each and every one of y'all on the panel. Y'all know that.
Yeah, we
Love
love you
y'all,
too.
man. Appreciate y'all. Even though y'all beat up on me, it's all right. Especially Jersey.
Get over it.
Jersey better you than me. Thank you.
That's right,
Suck it up
Marcus.
and roll with it.
That's Mark. That's right, Mark Wilson. Fuck this shit. I'm out. And not only that, I do got a video premiering, and it's the part 2 of me having an interaction with Aurora PD. You definitely don't want to miss it. I'm kind of athletic in that video. I would say that. I'm gonna say I was very athletic in that video.
Is it already posted?
No, not yet. Road Dog.
Y'all taking too long. I need to see
Go
this
ahead,
shit because
Road
part
Dogg.
1 was hilarious.
Star.
I've got to finish up the last part of it, and right now I got to get over to Little Ridge Farm. We're going to be doing an interview over there. So as soon as we're done with that, I'm going to be getting that finished up and getting it posted.
So y'all heard it here first.
But Jersey, just think Benny Hill. That'll tell you everything right there.
Road Dogg want to give, well, not a sneak preview, but it's pretty funny, right?
Yeah, but we're gonna have to wait till the premiere.
Okay. So he's gonna premiere it, you guys, and it's going down, man. I love you guys. It's your boy DJ K Dot, and also my co-host, my beautiful sister, Love Bug, in the building. Love each and every
Love
one
you
of you.
guys. Thanks, everyone. Love Bug. Kiss. That's the Cash App.